I'm gonna need more Dr. Pepper for this one. Daddy issues? Is daddy issues does not explain this.
Thank you very much.
I'm disappointed forever.
No. No. Can I help you?
I wish you could, mate.
I will judge you, it'll just be quietly.
Hi guys, welcome back. This stream might feel a little bit like build help. It's probably a one-off thing. I don't know if we'll come back to this. I just want to say right at the bat, right off the bat, right at the top, I am roasting my own old builds today. I'm yelling at myself. I'm going to be mean to myself. I am not yelling at random people. This is just me, okay? Just in case anybody didn't read the title, I'm just yelling at myself today. You don't have to be like, wow, Sam's really aggressive today. Yeah, 'cause it's me, alright? So, just so you know, it's just me. But yeah, we're roasting some of my old builds today. You guys picked from a selection that I gave you. I took the top 3. I figure I'll commit to doing 3, and then we'll see about doing any others. But oh, they are bad. They are bad. Yes, I'm gonna yell at myself. So that'll be super fun. Who's here? Who do I need to say hi to? First of all, hello TikTok people. I'm also live on YouTube. If you hear me talking to people you don't see. I almost started reading at the top of the list, which is my own name. So I'm here, which is great. Perfect's here, and Rose, and Indy, and Kate, and Megan, and Story, and Jamie, and Kilo, and RMJ, and Terry. Thank you all for being here on stream tonight. Let's jump right into the first one so I can give you a better idea of what we're doing. We're going to go look at Dragonfly Cove. I'm going to try and use this stream to be as educational as possible, to point out mistakes I made early on in building, and hopefully you can avoid them. And one of the main issues with this build was the name. I thought that this would be a really cute name. People don't search for cute names on the gallery, they search for what they want. So this has like 3 downloads because nobody searches for dragonflies. You know, like that's not a name, so there's a problem. Don't do that. This is one of, if I'm remembering correctly, this is one of about 3 or 4 builds that I made immediately upon the pond tool entering the market, just because I was trying to strategically upload to the gallery at this point, which is so funny when we look at this build. It is so funny. I thought I was doing anything with this. But I just wanted to get ahead of the curve and just use the pond tool and be able to make some builds available with ponds, right? It'll be fun. Kat, hello! Haven't been around in ages. That's alright. I'm glad that you're back. I hope your life's going okay right now. Also, hello Sabrina. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy me yelling at myself today. So I also used a lot of debug here. So like this is a debug object. What is the total value of this lot? This isn't even cheap. Oh my gosh. Okay, I spent so much money and for what? So yeah, first problem with this build, the name. That was a horrible name to use. The bridge, pretty cute. I used the second floor method for this one, which I have a lot of videos on, and I might explain it here as well. We'll see. So that was actually a good idea. Good job me on that one. But yeah, the framing at the front of the lot isn't great. The bridge really gets in the way of the house, which is a bit of a bummer. Obviously I spammed all of these pond decorations. The pond itself isn't that bad. It's a little rough. Obviously I was new to the tools, but it's not too bad. I have no path coming up here. Apparently the fairies live here and they just float across the lawn. So that's fun. Maria, thank you. I think obviously it also discovered the extra curving controls on the roof at this point. There are a few little issues with the roof. Really, honestly, at this point in building, I feel like my roofing techniques were nailed down pretty well. Little things like the eave right here, right? I should have used multiple roof pieces for this instead of just the one, but really nothing too bad. The big issue with this build is how narrow it is. I didn't understand how deep houses were, apparently, and my houses around this time were so awkwardly narrow. Like, most of the houses were about 1 room deep, and I just sort of had everything in a line. Which you can see here. I have 1 room off the back. Good job me, I guess. But like, it's just so squishy. So squishy. So that was a big problem I had with this one. There are a lot of things I could have done to make it better. What is this? I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know what I was thinking with that, but it's fine. So gosh. What all is wrong? The kitchen is fine, like, as a kitchen. It's just having it off the side of the house it's just weird. The dining table being round, if this was a rectangle, it would have fit so much better. You'd have actually, like, have a hallway here. But no, I put a wheelbarrow under the stairs because I was trying to be fancy and redecorate it. Oh, I'm just complaining about it right now. We'll get there. Having an entryway for a home that's only this small is a little much. Also, all this deck, and for what? I did nothing with it. The windows are not centered. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. If we go upstairs, this isn't too bad as far as, like, the landing and everything goes. Oh! Okay, this deck is actually a platform because otherwise the roof clipped through. So then I had to make a platform inside to put the stairs on. Oh my gosh. The seating area in the kitchen. I feel like this was in my peak alt placement era as well, because what is this? I did get some plates in the window, because that was very important to me. I remember working very hard on that. Wow. Yeah. The bathroom is fine, I think. Obviously now knowing what I know about how things work, I would have done it a little bit differently and organized it so that it was more lined up on the wall. Speaking of the wall, why are these windows so far up on the wall? I don't know. I don't know. The accent wall downstairs being blue paneling is questionable. Dude, the whole house is questionable. This paneling goes up here. Like, yeah, I really don't know what else to say about this. It's just quite a mess. So yeah, I don't blame anybody for not going with this. Now as far as being able to like fix this or rebuild it in any sort of capacity, I think that the main things that I'd be looking at is making the roof make a little bit more sense. I don't like how all of this quite came together. I kind of see the vision with like the whimsical shapes. It just wasn't very well executed. Help with the roast, go for it. It's fine. You're very comfy to stare at your oven. See, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I would give the deck actually a purpose. It's just there to look nice, I guess. I don't mind the bridge. I think the bridge is fine. I added a path back here. Oh gosh, look at this hill. Look at what I did here. I made a beautiful hill with a floating tree. Wow. The sign isn't even in the pond, so I don't think it would work. I use so much debug in this. There's no door back here, which is also a really odd choice to have the only entry and exit be right here. So the, yeah, just the whole house. The whole house is rather weird. Don't see so much wrong with this. I don't like it. The outside, there was a vision. The vision just wasn't the most bestly executed. Yeah, I think that we could rebuild this now a lot better. So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to take some screenshots so that I have something to reference as I need it. But yeah, I think that we can take the same general vision and just execute it in a far superior way. I was just going to fix it like I fixed your guys' builds, but let's be real. That's not going to go well. So we're just going to take some pictures, keep the same general layout, and we're gonna fix it, and it's gonna be better, probably. Okay, so we need the pond, a horseshoe pond, a bridge, some general stuff. What's our budget gonna be? Keep it under 70,000 or so. What packs do I use here? I'm gonna resave it just because it's so old. I have to scroll down so far to find it. It's got good bones. It could be good. Like, we could be there. We're just not. So if I take a quick look at this, oh, I probably used like every single pack that I had at the time. Wow. All that for this. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's try again. We're redoing Dragonfly Cove. It's cute. Yeah, it just wasn't quite there. Hello? I did all this already. I looked at everything. I don't need to click everything again. Hang on. I don't know why it's doing this again. It shouldn't be, because I already did this before stream, so that the little golden icons would go away. We can look at everything on Monday. When we come back Monday, I think that due to all the gameplay errors, we're probably going to be primarily building on Monday, exploring the new build buy stuff, because I'm just really worried about gameplay and messing up my new world and messing up the save by trying to get into gameplay is what I'm trying to say. I'm just also clicking things. There's very cool stuff in the pack, don't get me wrong. I've glanced at it briefly. Excited to build with it, not currently. Alright. So fun. Maybe you just have lower standards. I put a lot of work into this build, and I know roughly what my vision was. I just also know that I was not quite able to meet the vision. Because it's so close. It needs to be deeper. Really, the big thing It just needs to be a little bit deeper to have some more space for all my fancy pants shapes to work out. Also, the kitchen being at the side isn't the worst thing, but I think it needs to face the other direction. So, like, maybe this instead. And then if we still want to have the dining room here, that's fine. But maybe it needs to be planned for a rectangular table, and we could skip the round table nonsense. Aesthetically, I feel like it's almost there. It's not sending your stuff. Why? I'm so sorry. It is so small. Yeah, it's not even that small. It's just really poorly space planned. Because if I bring this up again, right? Like the kitchen is, what is that, 5 by 4? 5 by 4 is a pretty decent sized kitchen. There's so much space, and yet not. It's just a very bizarre situation. So if I put the kitchen back here off the side, that's fine. I can still do that. And we could probably still even put some stairs here. I think we can keep most of the layout. So if this is a hallway with stairs, and then we'll put the bedroom back here, but I'm going to have the bedroom actually attach here-ish. It was initially 5, 6-ish tiles. We'll go there. I'm going to have the bathroom come back this way, I think. We'll see about the stairs working there. I might have to move it around a bit. But just having this not be a completely floating, isolated room like it was before, I think that that'll help a lot. Because right now it's just sticking off the side for absolutely no reason. Breakfast for dinner? Delicious. Or not. Oh, your uncle dumped the first batch on the ground. I'm so sorry. I hope you're able to recover. This is supposed to be... Oh gosh, I think this is medium wall height. Ugh, okay. That's just gonna make the stairs a little bit more tricky. I really don't want to have a bend in the stairs. I'd really rather have just straight on stairs. So let's see, if I move this over and I move this, if I want, oh, I guess I still need a living room. Anyway, entry, gosh, I really don't want an entryway. That was not the best idea. If I do, what if I do this? What if I put in entryway here, bathroom here instead? I'm gonna get rid of this bathroom. That'll still be some sort of hallway to bedroom-ish. We might have the living room like loop around a little bit. So then I can have this space. The initial living space is about 4 by 4. So this is roughly the living room. Or move the bedroom over here. That's roughly the same space and the same number of rooms. Just trying to make the house make a little bit more sense. Let's see, at that point, that room doesn't serve much purpose. Okay. Trying to decide if this is actually better to have like the go around. I feel like this would work okay if I actually did have the stairs more attached to the entryway. In which case I would need a room here. Same general shape. A couple of tweaks. Conundrum, do you give in and buy a necklace on Etsy you've wanted for a while because it finally restocked? Because it's $30. How's the roasting going? I went and complained about it. So this is what we're rebuilding right now. This, which has a vision. It just wasn't the best vision. So I'm trying to figure out how I could make this better. I think that the open floor plan here was a mistake, so I need to split it up. Having the entryway and the stairs be separate in such a small house doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to just combine the entryway and the stairs. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's just like what I'm trying to do is make the rooms roughly the same size as they were, but also make the whole thing just a little bit better. So if I pull this back, and then this is where the stairs are in the entryway instead, that might be a better use of space. We do still have the whole medium wall height situation. I can make an L instead. What about that? Alright, and then this is going to be our dining room, our kitchen, and then we'll still need a hallway of some sort, I guess, to connect the bathroom, which maybe I'll put, oop, hello, put here-ish, and then the bedroom at the back, which would be a little bit larger than this. Is this the right size? No, not quite. Oh, it's only 4 tiles. It's only 4 tiles wide. This is 5. So it'd be like, that's pretty close to the original bedroom shape. Again, here it is. Working on it though. Stairs with corners and the entryways always look good. It's a big L. Well, the whole build's a little bit of a big L, isn't it? So if I were to pull this in, this helps all the rooms actually connect. You know how Legos, you want the Legos to like overlap when you connect them? I feel like it's a similar principle here, where one of the reasons I really don't like this kitchen is because it's just off to the side for no good reason. Cake houses can look good when they're roofed appropriately, okay? They can. So if I were to do this, I feel like this would also help a lot with the deck, because I can have my main deck here. I can still have 2 tiles in front of the door areas, but then have this area be a little bit wider. I pull this out and actually have a usable area on the deck and have a door at the front and a door in this bedroom, which would make a lot more sense. I think I'll pull this out a little bit to make it more better scale wise. Let me go back to the front. So that's pretty similar width-wise to what we had going on. And then the stairs, I will have to change how the upper floor is a little bit, but that's okay. It's just rebuilding a house that looks like a tiered cake. Yeah. So if I come up, I want like, what, 2 tiles-ish, so this would be... Oh, let me just go see my upper floor. Hello. So my upper floor was 5 tiles. I can do that again. Similar landing situation. We'll just not have the upper deck be a platform. We'll just roof correctly instead. So that's important. But sticky to live in. Yeah, maybe we don't actually live in a cake house. So then this would be about... Well, I have 2 options here. Either I can keep the initial dimensions and put it... Oop. Hello? Right? I'm clicking right here. Why is it? I don't know, man. I don't know. We could keep the initial dimensions and put it here-ish, or we could make it better, which could be fun. Do maybe 2 bedrooms and a bathroom up here instead. As long as we keep it in the budget, I think I'm okay with changing things a little bit. So another perk of that is it will give our front more of a layered look, which I don't... There we go. Which I didn't really have before, and I think that's another issue, is this is just like sticking up like nobody's business. So I think that's another one of the initial, the big problems there. So layering it here, we're gonna have our deck. Should be able to make this medium wall height. I think that will look better as well. With a little bit of foundation. So you can see similar structure, couple of tweaks. I think that this will make it look a lot better. And we know how to roof this properly now. So if I have my deck be 2 tiles in, which isn't going to be very large, but I don't think it was too terribly large to begin with. No, it was 3 tiles. Alright, well, that's fine. We can make that happen. Again, I just want to stick in the budget-ish. Oh, that was too far. Wait a minute. Where's... I need my grid. Hold up. Yeah, no, there we go. That's what I want. Anyway, if I put this floor here, 2 tiles away from the edge, then when I go and take a roof piece, I can make it be 1 tile from the edge like this, and then hold shift to extend this eave. And then if I add a fence... Oh, I just realized the ceiling's actually placed. Interesting. Anyway, if I put a fence here, I can have this line up with the fence, and it won't actually delete the fence, which just looks a little bit better. So that's fun. So that'll be a better way to roof the exact same shape. Actually, I'll just leave that piece in there, because the next thing I would need to do would be a half-hipped roof anyway. Let's put it here, down to 1 tile, take this down, bring the eaves out, pitch it down, blah 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 blah. Line it up. There we go. So I'll put this on both of my corners here. Move this to be Ooh, actually, this might pull forward to here. Oh, I love how the roof pieces don't actually line up anymore. Why? Oh no, it's fine. I'm just dumb. It's cool, guys. It's cool. I'm gonna get rid of that. Alright. Yep, no, this, I might be wrong here. Might have to push that one out. I will figure that out. I want my fence first, though. So, I'll grab that, grab this, turn, place, see how it deletes the fence. We don't like that. Push it back. No more fence deleted. How fun. Put this here. You do want to make sure that the edges still have the wall all the way up, otherwise you're just going to get a gap, which kind of looks silly. But there is, technically, we still have to adjust a couple of pieces, but that is a much better way to roof this sort of situation, instead of using the platform method, which was a terrible idea. Nope, that was the wrong button. Alien and Maria, thank you so much for the gifts. I missed the first one. I am so sorry, but thank you for being here. I have to decide what I want to do about that. The easiest thing for me to do would be to change the shape a little bit more and pull this out here, because then what I could do is just push that and then just pull that and then voila. Perfect. But I don't know if that changes the original shape too much since we started here. You know, we should probably just keep that main center area. But then you see how the deck aligns with the front there. This was one of the issues with me making the builds so narrow. It's just creating problems for myself. So I'll get rid of that again. I mean, I could technically bring this around, I guess. I'm gonna hold shift to move that eave, so I won't delete the fences. I don't know. I do not know. I do know that we can grab our gable now, so this should make the build start to look more familiar, more like the original. Now I'll pull that out, and I did definitely pitch it up. Shift C for curve controls, and I think I did about probably down those two, up that one. Something like that, maybe. It does look a little silly. Why does it look silly? Does it need to be taller or shorter? What it probably needs to be is wider. But I can't be bothered to do that. Oh yeah, it definitely needs to be wider. Alright. So are we going to give it a different shape? Little bell. Whoops. Maybe I'll make it like wings. Something though. Clever work around with the tools I had at the time. It's okay, you can be nice to me, I just can't. So, yes, I think the issue with the scaling on this one is just that things are just small and narrow. So let me pull this out again here. Because that doesn't look too bad, but again, if I actually want to have my little point at the top, which I loved so much back when I was doing this stuff, it immediately makes the roof significantly more narrow, and I feel like it just doesn't look right. Even if I do the short wall. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one some more. For this piece here, nope, just the one eave. Shift to just pull that one in. Shift C for extra curve controls. If you have console, you can do extra curves. You just have to have a keyboard attached. So there's the little squiggle roof I did over here. Hello! Wouldn't it be easier if I renovate? Some people find that easier. I don't. I find it easier to just start over. Most of the time. I don't know why. So yeah, this roof is just, it is too narrow. It needs to be wider. What can we do to make it wider. I have two thoughts. We can add dormers. We could try adding a chimney, although generally the chimney wouldn't come out on the side there. Like you'd usually want it to be in line with the main part of the roof so that it has that support. But what do I know? Hello. Would you like to play this game with me? It's thinking about it. Okay, there we go. That might help a little bit. Possibly. Let's grab, actually, copy, rotate, place this, because it's going to need support one way or another. It's okay, we all do, so I'm going to push this in to about here. If I make it 2 tiles wide, will it still work? Sure, that'll be fine. Whoops. Apparently I still need that eave. Okay. Oh yeah, that helps. It was definitely just way too narrow. So, there's... I forgot to add my little round deck on the corner, because I started with one of those as well. That I didn't mind. That was probably one of the more technically well-executed bits of the build, so let's just bring that back real quick. Nope, that was the wrong direction. We can do this. I believe in us. Come on. Just right there. There we go. Yay. Delete all the walls. Huzzah. Probably delete the delete the ceiling. And then to roof this, all we need to do is grab a circle, make it 1 tile larger, bring the eaves out a little bit. We're going to pitch this down to roughly the same pitch as the rest of it, and then use a diagonal gable piece. One of the few purposes for a diagonal gable piece. And I need this to be... How wide do I need this to be? I need this to line up with the middle, which is just going to be tricky. I think this is about right, though. Yes, okay, I remember this being an issue as well, where the diagonals and everything just don't quite line up correctly. So that's probably part of the issue I had initially when I first built this as well. Let's do this one instead, right here. No, I'm dumb. Not that one. Oh no! Is this why I did the platform initially? It might be. This might be the reason. Let me pull the eaves in. I just need it to pretend to make sense. Okay, that'll be fine. So now we've got the deck, except the deck has been improved by making it actually wide enough to do stuff on and have 2 entrances, which just makes sense. We have most of the original shape. We'll have to grab the original colors and windows and things now. But the top roof was definitely too narrow, and I think that by adding a... Oh, there's a ceiling up there. By adding the chimney and the chimney support piece there, I think that that made it wide enough visually that it feels balanced now. So that's a win. Spirit, I think Spirit's behind. Can somebody ask Spirit to check if they're... Or no, wait. Or maybe you're not behind. Maybe I'm just behind. Those are both very good possibilities. Can't I show the time... things? Timestamps. Yeah, there we go. See, that makes me work... no, that doesn't make me work better. Gee willikers. I'm gonna take a drink. Of Dr. Pepper. I'm behind. I'm slow, Megan. I'm slow, okay? That's why I was like, wait, timestamps. I've been meaning to enable that, and it's just one button. I'm just dumb. Anyway. So. Old shape. New shape. What are the major improvements? I think we fixed the roof by making it wider. We fixed the floor plan by actually making everything connect, like Legos. You don't just have random pieces floating around. We made the deck better. And we made this deck better, because this was a platform, because I didn't know quite how to roof yet. But now we do know how to roof, so it doesn't have to be a platform anymore. Isn't that fun? The majority of my walls were the shingle siding from Cats and Dogs. Let's see. Did I use this one? I think so. So I think this was like, oh no, go away. This is my base. I know. I'm gonna take it off most of the pieces again. Just hang on. Oh, I missed a roof piece. This was not in the initial one. This is something that I added just to make my floor plan work together a little bit better. But I said, oh, you know what? Actually, I did have that in the back before, didn't I? Because I had a little glass. Did I take a good picture of the back? Hang on. Yeah, I had a little bump out at the back, but it had a glass roof on it. That's what we did. For obvious reasons. That was into the bedroom. I don't know why I did that. I'm not gonna keep that. That was weird. See the improvement? Yay. Imagine being late. I'm always late, Laffy. Or are you talking about yourself? I don't even know anymore. Somebody give me a nap, please. I'm so tired. So I think we'll do... No, we can't do that. The curved roof. The curved roof is causing issues. Usually, I could just grab another, like a copy of this gable piece and then put it over here. But because it's curved, it's going to give me issues if I do that. So I have to improvise. Nope. Control Z, Shift C. There we go. We did it. So I'm going to just bring in a slightly different roof piece, try to get it to line up as best I can, and hopefully we don't have the same issues. Yeah, see, that's better. Okay. Cool. So we're ditching the glass roof. There was absolutely no reason for that to exist. And then the center part of my build was... What even is this? Like, this bubblegum color from Get Together, which has been my favorite pack ever since I bought it. This... Oh, why did I do that? Okay. So we're gonna grab this bubblegum... something. Did I use this one? Oh no, I used some of the fancy ones. Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna have this come all the way around here. I'll place it here and here. I'll put a floor trim under that. I think that should look pretty good. I think the color combination is part of the problem as well. Click baby care, click gives you an thank you, Stick. I appreciate it. Order mac and cheese bowl with shredded pork and red onions. That sounds fantastic. A pulled pork sandwich with fried pickles on the side. Rose, I'm leaning toward the macaroni and cheese. Myself, if I were in your shoes. Okay, I think my color choices were part of this. Let's not do that. Let's do this one instead. Okay? So this was my initial color combination with the pinkish color. I was probably trying to go for pink and blue. I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I made a bad choice. We are going to do this one instead now. Okay? Okay. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Oh yeah, I think that looks infinitely better already. So I'm going to take that one here. I remembered I'm actually going to do this one on most of this level. I will leave it here. I think that's fine. And then I'll grab this one for the roof so that it's not quite so busy. Yes. Okay, that is definitely an improvement color-wise. Alright. Oh no, stories are damning a starter. I need to make a sound for that. Or you could just not use it. Ha! What a great idea. So, there's that. The initial shingle color I was using, I know I still have to make the pond, but we're gonna work on this first. What shingle was that? Again, I think I was trying to go for pink and blue. Ooh, that looks fun. They're wavy. No. I'm not supposed to look at these yet. We're not looking at that until Monday. I should have disabled the pack. I know myself better than this. I should have just disabled the pack. Anyway, we're going with blue. We're scrapping the pink. We were doing pink and blue and white. I think that was one of the issues before. So we are going to say we're going to fix it by not doing it again. That was not appropriate for the materials I had at the time. Okay, so that's a win. We had a gray... See, we had a gray brick foundation. That's fine. I'm fine with the gray brick foundation. I think it'll look better with the blue. So we'll put that on, and that'll give us our bricks for the chimney, which is just the base game normal looking brick. There are way too many bricks in here. Here we go. The brickery. Put that in there. Half wall trim. Here for this. Yes, I think this is looking much better. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the new pack. I have an idea. I have many ideas. I have a main idea for what we're going to do for the stream. I think, look at that. Don't look at it. I should have disabled it. So we're going to be building a place for Camp to live. Camp has spent most of his life either in an attic or in a most of his life in a basement. A significant period of his life in the attic. So there we go. I might even rotate these. I think that'll add to the whimsy. Alright. I think we're improving. I think we are. I am wondering, I think I was trying to make it like light and pastel, which is fine. You can do that. But I'm wondering if bringing in, is this black? I feel like it is black. Okay. Bringing one of these in, but in the darker blue, if that would be a better color for us today. It definitely darkens it up a lot. So here's this one. Scrapping the pink, going with the blue. Whoop. Let me see if I can get them both on screen here. Versus our initial palette. I feel like that's helpful. Thanks for the layout help. Yay! Adjust it a little bit and decorate it with a florist shop. That sounds fantastic. I've not seen it. I haven't seen anything. Open air house, that's kind of what I was thinking. I have thoughts and ideas, and I'm excited to build with you all on Monday. But right now, we're building this, and we're going to keep building this, and we're going to stop getting distracted. Scout's honor. We will not be building on the tree lot on Monday because we live in Newcrest, but that's okay. Alright, I think that this is a better direction for sure. For fences, we need a different fence. I know I used a decent amount of... What did I even use? I think I just used this one, which we're not using. We're gonna go grab the cats and dogs fence, I think. Yeah, this one, in this nice blue color. And I should be able to place that there. I think that'll look really nice. Or in the white. There we go. Let's do it in the white. That'll make it look pretty good. And I do technically still need to roof this. Oops. No, this one. There we go. I do technically still need to roof this area, which is going to be a little bit tricky with this roof, but no fear not. Have no fear. I have a secret plan. My secret plan is called Don't Actually Roof It All the Way to the Edge. It's a fantastic secret plan. Shift C. We're going to push both of these down, pull this one up, and then I'm going to change the pitch. Doesn't quite line up. Let's see. Oh, gross. I thought I could maybe get it to be a nice fancy pants swoop, which I do not have I don't have the fancy pants swoop here. It's very just straight on, but that's boring. So I think having it swoop out to the side could be fun. And this will actually let us place a telescope, so that's how we're going to pretend that this is not a roofing cheat. It's actually on purpose. Okay, we're not cheating the system. We are using it as intended for a telescope. Because as we learned when we built the Loch Ness Monster, you cannot have a telescope under a ceiling. Very annoying. Cam, hello! I hope you enjoy your break. Camp doesn't get to completely escape his family. Yes, Camp will be starting the second neighborhood in Newcrest. Finally. Finally there. A hobbit hole. I thought about it and then I was like, he grew up in a basement. There's no way I'm gonna put the poor guy into a hobbit hole. So maybe his child will build a hobbit hole for, but for Camp himself, no, the poor man has spent enough time underground. We are going to be living freely in the outdoors as much as possible. Nope. I'm going to use these columns from Get Together because I love them. What other reason do you need? So we'll grab that, put that there, and put some of them out here as well. Looks like I used quite a few, so Should be able to place these. I was gonna say on the corners. The outer edges-ish of the circle piece there. And then that should be... Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, cool beans. It's a win! Look vaguely like a public park, but with fairy touches. Timing. What building are we working on? So I built this back when the pond tool first came out, so whenever Cottage Living was released. It has decent ideas involved. It just, we didn't quite execute it correctly the first time around. By we, I mean me. I was not making videos at this time. So we're trying to rebuild it, but better. The main issue with this one was just scale. Like, this was just narrow and the roof didn't quite work, and then the kitchen is just sort of off in space by itself for no good reason. Just very awkward, very weird. So we're trying to fix it here. I think another thing I'm going to do is move the stairs to the front. I had them on the side before because of the pond, but I think I'm going to put them on the front instead and have them line up with the bridge, which, if you remember, was actually blocking our view of... Oop, that's a barn. Blocking our view of the front of the house, so I think I will not make a covered bridge. He's a hobo. I mean... So, well, there are a couple of reasons we're not doing the covered bridge. We're not going to do the covered bridge because it blocks the front of the house. It's not a good spot for it. Well, maybe we could do one on the corner, like a diagonal covered bridge? Maybe. Anyway, that's not the point. Also, the main, like, these are both medium wall height, so then the bridge would also be medium wall height, which is just going to be way too tall for such a narrow bridge. But if we make it wide enough for it to be that tall, it's going to be like the star of the lot instead of whatever this is. So that's probably going to be not super helpful. We can still do a bridge though. We'll still add a bridge. Windows. I don't think my window choices were abysmal per se. I think there were too many of them, and we're going to have to narrow it down. I really like the laundry day window, so I will be grabbing that here. Still in white, I think. Yeah. So that can still live in the kitchen. That's fine. I don't have anything against that window. But I also use this stained glass window and this stained glass window, and I have a couple of different windows in here. More stained glass windows back here. So I used far too many different windows, and we need to not use quite so many different windows. Let me go to... I'm gonna go to Get Together and Cats and Dogs, because that's primarily what I use for the outside here. So, like, I use this one, which is fine. It's just kind of a lot. And I don't know if it's the most appropriate thing. I feel like we can have one or the other. We can either have this one or that one, and I think I prefer that one. You know? Brain be hurting? That's okay. That's fine. I can yell at myself. Diagonal bridge is a brave choice. It's so easy, though, Spirit. Oh, you know, I'm gonna do a diagonal bridge just to show you how easy it is. And then I'll cry, and everybody will laugh at me. So anyway, I think that we could take from the X's here and grab some of these windows. They are a little bit on the small side, though. Or we could go in with some of the larger ones. Maybe these? Those don't quite fit. F5. Yeah, they don't fit inside those areas very well. Don't love any of those. Alrighty, what about you? This is the right width, right? So I could go in with those. Where's the big stained glass window I had before? Oh, that's right, this one. This is the other one that I used. This whole... that whole thing. Yeah, no. Okay, so we are going to go grab some windows. This is the dining room. And then this is a bedroom, I believe. Let's put a couple here and a couple here. Maybe. I think some window boxes will really help with that as well. In fact, let's move these up. I know initially in the first version of this build, the windows were way too far up, and that was a little bit of a problem. But I think that we can work around it here. I think that's better. Alright. Kende, hello! Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes. I think that's far superior. And look, we're bringing the pink back in a way that actually makes sense with the build. Isn't that fun? I also still need a front door, I guess. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I don't know which one I used before, and I don't care. We're going to use this one because it's nice. So there's a nice front door. Windows, I think that this is definitely way better. Let's look at our before and after. Oop, before and after again. So, sorry. Before, after, before. Ah, there we go. Before, here, after. Changed some of the scaling, kept mostly the same floor plan, kept some of the same, well, really one of the same windows. Yeah, we definitely, actually I can't quite tell what door this is because the light's hitting it weird, but yeah. So I think same general idea, much better execution. Meatball, hello! Welcome in to you as well. Enjoy your lurk. If there's one pack, honestly, listen, City Living has a lot going for it as well with the festivals and everything. I'm torn. City Living and Get Together both had so much going for them. I think they're both really strong packs. I think that if any pack was to get like the gold star, the S tier, it'd be one of those. So we are going to come up here, and we need to add some access out here. I think I'm gonna go with these doors because they're pretty. I think that's a very, very good reason. And then I should probably just pretty much be able to use these windows everywhere else. So I'll put 3 of them here and down below here-ish. Sure, that's fine. These rooms are both bathrooms. It would be nice to have a window in the bathroom, I think, but maybe I'll grab these shorter... Oh, here we can use these. I think that these are complementary enough to the get-together windows that I can use them here, and they're not going to look too completely out of place. And that's going to bring us up to 4 different windows in total, but given that it's a fairly whimsical build style, I think that it'll be okay. And we still have a couple of spaces for windows down here if we feel like we need them, but that's going to depend on our final, just realized I also need to put a door over here. Our final, like, layout and whatever. Maybe I'll put it there. Oh, we can put a hot tub back there. This will be great. It'll be fine. 4 different windows. I know, Kilo. Cam, bye. Enjoy your work. Base game only. This is not base game only. This is... I built this way back whenever Cottage Living came out and the pond tool came out. So I complained about it for a bit. I'm roasting my own builds today and fixing them. So this should be a far superior version of my build. At the time, I used every pack I had, which wasn't a lot, but it was enough. So another thing that I don't love about this, you alright? Oh. Something fell and it was, well, I mean, I jumped a smidge. Anyway, this is like a sort of a, I don't even know what shape this is. Like a horseshoe that wraps all the way around the lot. I don't know why I did that. It's too narrow to look good. Maybe I was trying to do a river. This isn't how we do rivers. We need larger lots to do rivers. We landscape them differently. We're not doing that. So I think we could keep, again, a similar vibe, just not quite as dramatic, by pushing the lot over to here-ish. And then we can... I need the outlines to go away. There we go. We can still have the pond, like, go back a little bit and come around the side and whatever. It's just not going to be a whole, like, gigantic letter U. Be a bit much. First know and understand the rules before you can break them. Oh, Pook, hi, welcome. Sorry, I don't know if I saw you. Welcome in. Pond, no. I've given up on English. So, the main body of our pond... Whoa, that was wrong. Oh, jeez. There we go. Slow that down. Let's see. If I want to have a bridge coming across here-ish, then I can have the main part of the pond be... Let's see, no, that's not strong enough. The main part of the pond be over here. Alright. Oh, also another tip. If you're not 100% sure what you're doing with your pond, make a pond, put some water in it, and then... as you keep going with your pond and you push it around and stuff, the water will just flow and then you can actually see what it looks like. So I can have more pond over here. I should be able to fit a bridge. Whoops. No, I'm not able to put the grid on per se. Should be able to fit a bridge there-ish pretty well. It'll be a little bit of a long bridge, but that's alright. And then push this around and still have it, like, go back here a little bit. Just not quite as dramatic. It was a lot before. And then I'll smooth. Yay. Oh, you know what? I had that hill before as well. That was kind of something. I don't think I need a hill. If I am going to put a hill in, I'm going to put it back here so that it can be large enough that I can actually landscape it appropriately. But yeah, I don't know that that's going to be the best move. Alright, smooth, smooth, smooth. Fun, fun, fun. Yes, so there's still a pond that like wraps around a little bit, but I think it's a little bit less severe. And we still have some fun landscaping stuff happening. Alright, sure. Fine, cool. Bridge. So how we're gonna build a bridge is draw your line. Oh, that might be a little bit big. Alright, anyway, hold shift to make a diagonal. It's gonna tell you no. Why is it gonna tell you no? What did I do wrong? Yeah. This might... Darn. Okay. I lied to you. We might have to make the bridge first. So, draw a line where you want your bridge to be with your wall tool. We're going to do a diagonal one because I said I was going to and you thought it was impossible. Hold shift to make a diagonal room. How exciting. Do it again. Draw your line, hold shift to make a room. So exciting. You can also do this with the room tool. So you'd hold shift and then draw your thing and then let go and then it'll be a room, but same difference. Anyway, if you delete this and then bring this down and just easy peasy delete all the walls and the ceiling and everything, it's a bridge. Behold. Isn't that fun? Anyway, we still need a pond, but oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be more like a river. Darn. Hill with a waterfall. That's what I was literally just about to say. Spirits inside my brain again. It looks like a bee. Anyway, it looks like we're gonna have to do a little bit of a river instead, which is fine. We just sort of need to give it somewhere to start and somewhere to end. And a hill with some sort of rocks or something that it can come out of is a great place to start. And then we're just gonna have it come around, or we could have it end in a pond and have the larger part of the pond over here. We could have it come over here. There we go. Did I actually do that initially? I may have done that. Yeah. Okay. No, when I first started making ponds, it was so hard for me to guess what the shape was going to be, and then I realized I didn't have to, like, know the shape already. I could put some water in and then just figure it out as I went along, and that saved me a lot of heartache. Anyway, there's a bridge. There's a super ugly hill, but that's fine. Make it a little bit larger, smooth it out. How fun. Now, do I want to make a whole waterfall, or am I going to cheat? I'm probably just going to cheat, honestly. If we go into the fountains here, we have these waterfall things from the Riviera Retreat pack, and do I not have move objects on? I do. Why? But you won't place specifically right there. Cannot be placed in a pond. Okay, sure. That makes sense. Also, it won't... Do these not rotate? Excuse me? What? I don't know what that is. Sims logic it. Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I was gonna have this be rotated a specific way. Anyway, I would sometimes go in and make a waterfall out of fountains, which is probably my preferred waterfall method, but I'm tired and cranky, so I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do instead is grab this, and then grab the matching rocks, which I should be able to hold alt and... Why are you the way that you are? What is this nonsense? Okay. Fine. What if I change you to be this color instead, and then I grab this? Anyway, I just really just want this to overlap with the edge of the water a little bit so it looks less silly. I might have to make my pond a little bit deeper though. That might be the issue. Anyway, do that. Add some plants. Not the palm plant. I want my ferns. Maybe? Maybe not. I really don't want to go into this with the fountain tool because it's annoying and I'm tired, but oh well. Do I have Sims 4 camera? I have Sims 3 camera, so I don't know what's up with that. It's a waterfall, but it can't be in a pond. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The water rocks, these are from the Riviera Retreat kit. I try to not hype up kits unless they're actually good. Riviera Retreat honestly has some very good stuff in it. I think it's a pretty solid kit. And it has 2 different sizes of rock waterfalls too. So there's this one, the large, and the small. So that's a super fun win. It won't, but I want to place it in a pond. I'm just gonna have to get it as close to the pond as I can. And it won't let me rotate off the grid. It will only let me rotate it like on the grid, which is very annoying. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna have to be super careful because I really want this to just go into my pond. Please and thank you. Alright, that's not too bad. It looks a little bit silly. If I scale it down, is the water... it's floating, alright. Alright. How fun. Well, we're gonna call this doing our best with the half brain cell we have left. Put that on a t-shirt. Alrighty. Yeah, so this is our super duper logic-y Sims-ness. We have a waterfall now. Super fun. Can I place them and then lower the terrain? I have half a brain cell left. Might be weird because it's supposed to snap to pools. Well, I know that, Spirit. But I have decided I don't care. I don't care. Half a brain cell and this is the first build. I know. Anyway. Let's finish the bridge. Okay, look. We're gonna do this. Wabam. And then we're just gonna grab... Gosh dang it, stairs don't go on diagonals. I'm gonna need more Dr. Pepper for this one. I'm an idiot. Okay. That's why I don't do diagonal bridges. Because they literally don't work. Who let me do this? So anyway, we're gonna have to add a little end piece real quick to either side of the bridge. Whose great idea was this? And then we can add stairs. Like that, I guess. I don't think this is going to be any better now than the original. I think this is going to be worse. Yeah, no, we're definitely not doing stairs on 2 sides. That's just ridiculous. We're going to put the fence... Hello? There we go. That's okay. We'll live with it. It'll be fine. Couldn't just make a diagonal room on the first floor and make the foundation stilts. Well, yes, I could do that. But I still wouldn't be able to add stairs, so I'd still have to make it flat with the ground. And bridges are supposed to go over the water. I'm choosing to make it difficult for myself. Diagonal stairs would be amazing. But no. Anyway, now that we have this more or less sorted out, we can adjust a little bit more of the terrain, which is fun. I can make this area deeper, which I think will be good for our storytelling purposes. I'm going to bring this out, so this should be flat all the way around here. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Flatten, flatten, flatten. Okay. Make up your mind here, people. What are we going to do? We're going to come out. It's going to be great. Whoa. No thank you. Keep hitting Shift Z instead of Control Z, and I'm so sorry. I just want this to be like... Just a little bit. Just a little bit of soft. That's it. Thank you very much. Even the ponds don't like the diagonals. Look at that. Terrible. Alright, and that's one of the reasons I add rocks and stuff to the edges. I'm going to push this out to give it a little bit more of a wibbly wobbly shape. Maybe I might have to make this tool go faster. Oh, this is bringing me back to when I first started making multi-tier waterfalls. Oh, we are not doing that today. That is going to be an entire stream tutorial. Anyway, sorry, I just needed to think there for a second. So this is a similar... I think the vibes are similar enough so we can say that we're still, like, on the right track. I do need to change the watercolor. What watercolor did I use in this one? Don't know, don't care. Let's do this one. I like it. It's my favorite. And we can do paint under it, which always helps as well. Usually I do the mud paint, like, in the actual river or lake or whatever. So we're gonna start with that. Bippity-boppity-boo. Pond. That's what it's called. A pond! And then I'll go with my usual... whatever this one's called. Why is there a spider? Anyway, under here. There we go. We'll add plants and stuff too. It'll be fine. But yeah, we're just gonna start with that. Oh, another thing that I did in the original, or didn't do rather, is I didn't have any sort of path connecting the stairs, which I thought was really weird. It's just grass for no apparent reason, so we'll be fixing that here as well. Gosh, we're gonna have so many plants. Yay! And then trees and stuff will happen and it'll be good. The rocks on the hill should be taller. It does, well, we have more to do back here. For example, we'll be adding a tree. Initially I think I had so many debug items. I had a debug tree, but I think that if I'd had it, I probably would have gone with the cottage living tree, this one. I think that would be a good look for the lot, or possibly the movie hangout tree. Is that in here? Yeah. 255? Wow. Anyway, probably would have gone with that one. With the lanterns and everything. Let's see. No, we're not doing a funky color tree. We're just gonna do that. So, anyway, yeah, we'll do landscaping and stuff, but just to start with, I think this is a far superior version. Yes, I'm gonna keep holding to that. I think I'm not going to put the wall back. That really didn't serve much purpose. It was mostly my debug obsession. It did not have anything to do with storytelling, so we're gonna ignore that. Huzzah! Easy peasy. I should grab flooring. Now, I think that if we're gonna keep going with white, with blue and white, I should probably use white. So, probably that one. Oh, now there's floor inside the pond. Alright. Inside. There we go. So, floors, 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 floors. Do the same one everywhere. Huzzah. This is... oh, that's my hallway. Right. And let's take a look at the inside. What were we doing? Besides paneling. We had blue paneling. Lots of blue. Periwinkle colors. Too many different colors. Too many textures. Okay, I know that we want to feel whimsical. We can do it without doing that. So... I'm gonna grab some lights. Wow, okay, it was really dark in here. I probably only need about one per room. Yeah, that'll be fine. And for the hallway, yay! The pond's acting as a fence, so it's fine. It is fine. Thank you. Anyway. I need a nap. We're also not doing open stairs. I can think of exactly 0 reasons to have open stairs in this style. I used a lot of this paneling initially. We're not doing that. So we're gonna go grab some paint, possibly still use some paneling, but like, not that one. Oh, let's see. See, there's this cats and dogs stuff, which I feel like would have been better. So I don't know. I don't hate that. The top of it being so small is a little weird. Oh, this is the new stuff. I'm not supposed to look at it. Don't look at it. Stop looking. Jeez. Oh yeah, here we go. So even just something like this, I think, is still very light and fun and nice. It doesn't have to be all that crazy. I think part of what I did was I wanted to try and make sure that the like the wallpaper here where you can see the first floor and the second floor, I wanted that to carry through and look nice, but I think just going in with this will be fine. We can add some whimsy still. We could still go in with some whimsical elements. I was specifically thinking of this wallpaper. This is a very nice wallpaper, so I could bring this into some rooms. Do I have a living room? So this is going to be the living room now. I remembered bathrooms though. So that's great. The paranormal, isn't it nice? So anyway, I feel like this wasn't even released when I built this. But since I used all of my packs when I built it, I feel like I'm allowed, you know? So I think that this could be very nice to bring into some rooms that wouldn't need the paneling, like the hallway and the living room. I think we could use that. And then maybe in the bedrooms as well. So bringing in some of the whimsy still. Just not so dramatically. It's also making me rethink my my floor color. I don't want to make it too dark. The initial floor was pretty dark. Oh gosh, maybe. Maybe I will. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to check it against this. I don't think I want to do blue floor. I don't think so. Maybe I could do this? One of these in a slightly darker color? Is this whimsical and fun? Does it look like an old cottage? I think it looks like an old cottage. Alright, let's do that one. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, we should do, ceilings. Ceilings. What we should do for the ceiling, I don't know. We have so many and yet so few options. I don't just want to do white though. Have I used this one before? I feel like I've used this one before as a ceiling. I don't know. I'll put it in and we could take a quick look and see how we feel. Oh, hello. See how we feel about it. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright, into this room. Still needs to be kind of whimsical. The wallpaper is so good. It's so good. Where was the original living room? I didn't quite copy the original floor plan because it was terrible. So you had a separate entryway, which is fine if you're having a completely separated style house. But we had a separate entryway going into open concept living, dining, kitchen, which didn't make a lot of sense. So instead, when I was moving the floor plan around, I added the stairs here to the entryway, and then proceeded to not include a living room. So we're gonna have this be the living room now. So you'll come in here, so we'll have a dining area, so the dining room will also sort of function as a hallway, which is fine. I think I'll make this bathroom a little bit smaller, so it'll be our main floor bathroom, and then we'll have 2 bedrooms upstairs. I think. Oh no, is that gonna be too wrong though? No, it'll be fine, because we only had 1 bedroom upstairs before. So this was our before upstairs. We had 1 bedroom and a bathroom. So we still have the same number of bedrooms and bathrooms, it's just both bedrooms are upstairs now, and I think our main floor plan makes a little bit more sense. Ceiling design, oh gosh, no, it's just the vampires things. The little, I don't know, this little like inlaid quilt design thing. Paranormal is good. Ceilings from modern, the tiles from modern looks. Are they in here? I could also be blind. Masonry, stone, outdoor, miscellaneous. Ah, yeah, they're in miscellaneous. That could be nice as well. Let's try that one. Yeah, so another thing I don't understand is why was I going so pastel on the outside with weird, gross, chewed up bubblegum pink and light baby blue, and then inside I had such a dark floor? Again, I don't really understand what I was doing. I mean, I'm trying to keep some of it. I think that I can also keep the darker floor outside though, because I chose a darker color for out here. So I think that'll be okay. Anyway, nope. We're gonna go in this room. I can drive, so there's that. Those windows are kind of high up, so I might need to change that. Here's how it looks with the other wallpaper I've got right now. Overall, I still think it's better. Are my builds in the gallery? Yes, they are. This one will be when it's done. We're basing off of one of my very, very old builds. This one, which just needed help. So here we are. Helping. Not very much, but it's okay. We can pretend. So yeah, one of the issues with the initial house was the dining room, because I chose a round table for absolutely no reason, when a rectangle table would have been so much better. So we are going to use a rectangular table. Wow. Who's shocked? I don't know which one. Probably just cats and dogs again. So this table size will fit in this space so much better. Yes, horse ranch. This has the ones and then the cats and dogs ones. Does that match enough? It's fine. So this will fit in here a lot better, and I can use, or I should be able to use, if I counted the tiles correctly, I should be able to use the cats and dogs arches to get through this space. Is that right? Yeah. Or actually, we might even just have the table be this way. Let's just scooch it that way a little bit. Yeah, the initial floor plan just really didn't make all that much sense, and this will be a little bit better. It's definitely still a very small, cozy cottage, but the rectangle table just makes so much space. EAID? Oh, good question. Sorry, I completely moved on before I finished answering that question. Please don't crash. Oh my gosh, I haven't saved. Hang on, I'm gonna save real quick. Oh, I got scared. Okay. Anyway. Gallery ID is Sam and Bean, same as you see on screen, just no spaces or whatever. Also, the kid's been playing and sometimes he types stuff up here, so if it looks weird, he just likes to help. So this is the current gallery. A lot of these builds that you see here at the top are frequently from our build help streams. So the first Monday of every month, if you guys are struggling in build mode, I'll try to help you out. So we actually did a lot last time. Oh my goodness. We did a roof here and a layout and some landscaping, more layout stuff, roofing. So anyway, so some of these aren't mine. If you click on them, you'll see the original, but then I have a lot of builds on here as well, like this one, which looks like rhubarb. What I recommend you do is you sort by most popular and you grab one of these beauties instead of the rhubarb. How I forgot to save. Because I'm dumb, story. We've been over this. Oh, force save. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Alt F4. Oh, yeah. The rhubarb and the blood pool. Listen. I had a great time building the rhubarb. I'll get the rest of the fruits up as soon as I can. It's just been a rough week. I'm just saying, specifically for people who are newer here and haven't seen our builds before, these are very, like, community builds. Things we've done on stream. For the current audience that has been here for a prolonged period. If you're new, you may not be into rhubarb and cat-shaped buildings. I don't know you, maybe you are. But if you're not, I have some normal-shaped houses as well. That's all I was trying to say. Anyway, back to whatever this nonsense is. Yeah, I think that this is going to be far superior. Huzzah! So, there's my dining room. And the kitchen area will be over here. We don't actually need comfy, cozy chairs in front of the window. I really don't know why I did that before. So what we're going to do instead is do... Let's see. We have new Stop. Not touching this is so hard. I should have deactivated the new pack. But I can't. Okay. So anyway, mystical, magical, build vibes. I really, really like these counters. I don't know why. I just really, really do. I don't remember which ones I used in the original. These aren't too bad. We do, of course, have the spellcaster cabinets, which are quite pretty. I don't know if they're quite the color combination we're looking for, but they're very nice. And the vampires ones, unfortunately, have an extremely limited palette. This one's a little too boxy. I think I'll probably go with spellcasters today. Maybe in the white. The white and gold. Doesn't have like a blue, shockingly, but that's okay. We'll do the end piece here. We're going to do a corner. And then for our actual cabinets, I think I'll do probably sink here, and then I'll do a stove over here. I'm gonna put the refrigerator here in front of the window because I think it'll be cute. We'll grab a nice little stove here. Look at that. Is that not adorable? This is making me want to bring in gold instead of the pink. I'm replacing it. Actually, really what it's making me want to do is change the wallpaper. I need to stop changing things. I'm supposed to just be grasping onto the old vision and improving it. It's hard when there's so much good stuff, though. Okay. Sink. I don't know if any of these scream fairy tale, so I'm just gonna grab a... That's not even the right gold. Okay. Do any of these sinks come in the correct gold color? Probably not. Wow. This is fun. Alright, well. Okay, you know what? Fine. See if I care. I do care. That's the problem. Spellcasters does come with a sink, but it is not a kitchen sink, so we're not using that one. New base game kitchen set. I think I'm gonna use this one. You probably missed, or no, I probably missed. Who needs words, man? Like, really? Not me. Couldn't be me. I might go with that one. That gold on the base of the handles is pretty close. I am also going to grab the upper cabinets because they're mystical magical. And I need to not touch that. Now I've forgotten what cabinet set I was using. But I was using the magic one. Do they not have upper cabinets? Am I missing it? No. This is vampires. Horse ranch. Do the spellcasters not have upper cabinets? Well, that's rude. All this work. And for nothing. Well. Oh, that's right. I don't like this one. Parenthood, I guess? I think this is an okay-ish match. This is a... No, that's for way too tall people. I'll bring this down. Hello. I just wanted some little cabinets. And I was told no. I can use base game cabinets, but I don't want to. I'm gonna be mad. Like, why not incomplete sets? Right? I don't understand this game, man. I'm gonna pretend that I do. I don't really. Just accept that fact. No. No. Alright, we're gonna have to do not a patterned tile. I don't want to use that one again. It's a little bit too modern. The reason that I'm, like, using a bunch of packs for this one that I didn't have initially is because I did use initially when I built this every single pack that I had access to. So I feel like that's fair. In the future, if we come across a build that had limited packs, like I think this one's base game only, then I will only do base game. But this one was whatever packs I had. So we're doing whatever packs I had. I hate all of you. Not all of you. You guys can stay. That's it. I'm putting in wallpaper. Alright, we need a trash can over here. Probably just that one. So that's going to be, I think, a kitchen. Do they have a little range hood for our magical little stove? No. Why would they? You don't come in blue. Why would you? That is the wrong blue. Okay. Cool. This is also wrong, but not as wrong as the other one. So, maybe a step in the right direction? Or maybe we just don't. Maybe it's just magical and amazing and we don't need one. Upper cabinets for island living would be amazing. Also, I don't hate all of you. I literally just said... Touch the back. No. I'm not touching it. I'm not... You can't tempt me. Back, I say. We are also supposed to be saying under 70k, just because that was roughly the cost of the original build. So let's put in some expensive stairs real quick. Yeah. Alright. Not these. These can stay. I just wanted to switch out the stairs before I went and grabbed our railing, which I'll still use cats and dogs for. Here. Am I getting sprayed with a spray bottle? Wow. Oh, the bridge is technically the second floor, so it'll only show up when it's on the second floor. Ooh, which reminds me, if I grab the diagonal pieces here, we could actually have it look like it's low-key in the correct direction, so how fun is that? We don't have thick diagonal ones, unfortunately. I need some thick diagonal floorboards, please. Alright, anyway, magical-ish kitchen, I think superior to the past. Not super mystical, magical, amazing. Dragonfly Cove inspired stuff happening in here. I think we could fix that with a rug and a good ceiling light, though. So, let's see. Ooh, this one's nice. A smidge of pink. Wow, that is tiny. That is no good for medium wall height. Does it come in a longer version? It does! Oh my gosh, the game actually had something I wanted. I'm shook. That never happens. Let's do that one. Okay, and then a little rug, I think, will help. It's it's not insanely whimsical, it's just a little bit, right? Like, it's just a little bit, nothing too crazy. The third time it's unfollowed you for me. TikTok is weird, man. If you haven't already, may I gently recommend checking out YouTube for a lot of reasons. One, we have a bot in chat which lets you do audio commands and stuff, and dancing cats, which is super fun. And two, YouTube doesn't have quite all the same issues that TikTok seems to have. Anyway, I just want a little bit of whimsy. Nothing too crazy. Also, if you hear me talking to people that you can't see, it's because they're on YouTube. So maybe... No, that's not quite right. Definitely, like, cottagey. Micah, thank you so much for the follow. Maybe... Listen, I have a lot of problems with this pack. The rugs, however, pretty good. So I think I'll go with one of those. Yeah, that's nice. See? That's just a little bit of nice. A little bit of fun. It's also occurred to me that I could change up the colors of these chairs if I really felt like it. I don't know if I do. Oh, these come in multiple colors too? Oh my good golly gracious. Nope. Don't like that. Going back to white. Might change that out though. That could be nice. Alright, cool. We'll do art and stuff later. But for right now, we have a dining room, we have a kitchen. I'm going to show you our old dining room and kitchen again because I can. So yeah, I had a round table for absolutely no reason. Also, what color palette was it going with? It was all pastel outside, and then I don't know what this is in here. I don't know. The tippy and the tappies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There you go. Huzzah. Build Cat has been blocking sounds from playing. This is true, but I fixed it. At least I think I did. Somebody try one. Or no, I'll do it, because then you don't have to waste your points. Hold up. No, I can type. Oh, I have caps lock on. Let's see if that works. No. There you go.
Thank you very
It
much.
works. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I was doing. We've got mint. We've got purple. We've got different purple. We've got a third and a fourth and a fifth purple. We have dark floors, light stairs, light doors, light-ish walls, dark cabinets, though. What was this? What was happening? This, I feel like, is much better, okay? I feel like our colors are slightly more cohesive now. I'm not mad about purple. I just was doing purple dumbly before, okay? We'll have to bring in purple in the future. But for right now, the purple was being dumb. Maybe I'll make one of the bedrooms purple. I was supposed to be putting railing on, and I never actually finished that project. There we go. Anyway, bathroom, doors, actually all sorts of interior doors. We're using Strangerville, and if you're surprised, no you're not. May I just gently remind you, you are in fact not surprised. I'm going to put these in here. The doors are still going to be white. I'm still using enough white that I'm okay with it. This hallway is less than ideal, but I'm just going to live with it because the other option would be to cut into this room, and I don't want to do that. I'm gonna leave it alone. Justice for Purple in the new pack that I'm not touching, otherwise you're gonna spray me with a spray bottle. That new pack. The base game has so much purple in it, but it's like the, like Barney, like fake grape purple, you know? So anyway, I'm not being distracted by anything happening on this side of the screen. Don't worry about that. We're yeah, you. I don't know what you're doing.
Find the target for the Chromebook.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find that in weeks. I have absolutely no idea where it is. And I kept forgetting to tell you. Anyway, we're gonna do, I think, a full bathroom down here. Because we can. What? Don't look! Why didn't I disable this pack? What? Anyway, I'm gonna put a bathtub in here, I think. We might put a shower in the upstairs one so we can fit 2 sinks. Stop looking. Okay, I just want a cute little bathtub. Okay, and a cute little, well, maybe not a cute little toilet. I don't know about cute toilets. There's a cute toilet. Anyway, if I use cottage living, everything will match, which is great. And we're gonna do a cute little cats and dogs mirror, and we're gonna add some toilet paper, and then we're gonna move on and stop looking at things that aren't ours to touch. There we go, bathroom. Don't look. Don't look. I said no. I said no, dang it. I'm not enraged by the cute toilet, I'm delighted by the cute toilet. It delights me. Okay, this is a little bit of an awkward layout for a living room due to just all the decisions I've made leading up to this point, honestly, but I think we can make it work. No, that's the wrong button. Do I want a television in here? If I do, oh, here we go. This'll be fine. We'll just do one of these art TVs. That'll look better. Let's do the flowers. Alright. And then we can do one of them skinny little tables under it. Something with a smidge of whimsy. Not too much. Okay. Just a little bit as a treat. No, that is too much black. No, we don't need black, because that'll be too much contrast. Okay, we're going for low contrast. Because that is something the original build had way too much. Too much contrast. Maybe laundry day? It could work. Alright, and then we'll do a couch on the other side. Now, it would be best if I wasn't dumb and didn't do it this way, but I did, and we've burned that bridge. So, I'm trying to decide if it'd be better to have a sofa, not this one, but like, for example, here, and then you'd, in theory, have a walking path back here, which isn't great, but we really can't put it here. That's too close. So I think it's gonna have to go back here. But then if it's gonna have to go back there, do we just, like, pull in a sectional? Because why not? Strinkles pixie dust. What if you didn't do that, though? Did you think about not doing that? Because I could do a couple of these. I could do one of these. Getting the arm in the right direction when you're building up. No! Anyway, so you too can look like me. Ka-chow. More pixie dust. We don't need more pixie dust. We need my brain to stop being a little dum-dum. Why is it nighttime? I don't want it to be nighttime. Anyway. Oh gosh.
Can I help you?
No.
Yes, you could, mate.
There's no helping this. Wait, why is this? Is this a 1.5 tiles? Why is it who needs a 1.5 tile? What? That makes the math so much more challenging.
I'm sorry, I have an opinion, and that opinion is my opinion, and it will not be my
Why
opinion.
are you just spamming audio commands? It's looking cute from map view at least. Oh, good. We don't have to worry about that till our save file. Now I had a lot of plants before. I don't really know why, but we're going to bring some back, I guess. Here, have some citrus as a snack. While you watch TV. What is happening? Where's my get to work plant? My beloved
Put
get to
the
work
toppings
plant.
in when you have the Sims.
Are you into like all of them? Because they work with tippy tappies now? I mean, okay, but like... Anyway, this is probably the best item in the get to work pack, honestly. So there are some plants that I've decided to place back there. For reasons. How fun. This living room is not amazing, but I feel like it also still somehow works better than the other one. So here's a reminder of where we once were. I had a birdhouse and 2 different tiny books. Oh look, I'd already invented my coffee table hack. I love my coffee table hack. This is great. I'm ignoring your French colonial threats. I didn't even see them, but I will ignore them now.
Daddy issues. This daddy issues does not explain this.
If you guys keep redeeming French colonial-based things, I'm gonna have to explain once again why I don't actually hate the French, because some people get confused, which is understandable. I go off on them a lot, but it's not actually the French that are the issue, see? It's it's that they're stupid. So anyway, I think I have an audience build redemption thingamajig. No, it's the next one. I was gonna say like in queue to be built, but I believe it is actually the next build that I'm doing is going to be French colonial based. So I will have a great opportunity to explain to everybody my feud with the French and hopefully not lose too many people. I need a rug for this space, but it has to be like long, and I could use this one. Which brings in, honestly, a lot of the colors from the other one. I could. Let's see. Let's switch it around. No, I want it to be like that, so I can go like that, and then we have a rug. It's a puddle rug. It's great. I like the rest of the colonials. It's just the French. I love French architecture in France, but not in the United States. And that sounds like a terrible thing to say. But I promise I have reasons. Anyway, isn't this a great rug? It's great. Do I want to do that one? Maybe this. I don't know about that one. I don't think that's quite right. I'm kind of tempted to do that one though. I think that could be nice. So yeah, I think that this is technically a more function. You know what's not more functional? TikTok. That's like if you like this, then picture this in your aesthetic, and it was a French colonial. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry that you had to see that. See, like I just say terrible things out loud, and I shouldn't do that. We need a bookshelf over here. Not that one. I need one of the narrow bookshelves. Maybe this. I got a follow out of that? Jordy, I don't know who you are, but I love you. We should be able to access this. I've discovered that Sims can frequently access things from the side, which makes stuff like this, completely functional, which is super fun. Stardust gonna help Sam regain some sanity. Well, thank you very much. It's been a minute. This like matches the wall. It's a little bit too dark. That makes sense though. Paranormal and the magic pack. Alright, I think we're probably just still gonna go with white, but yeah. Oh, this is fantastic. Am I squishing my own cheeks? Listen, I have a small child who thinks it's very funny when I squish and talk like this. So yes, I do that, like, on accident. Have you ever worked with kids? You ever worked with kids and then you go and you talk to an adult and you're like, good job using your words, or some other thing where it's like completely obnoxious and you should not have done that to another adult, but then you just say something like, oh, I'm sorry, I volunteer with preschoolers 3 times a week, and they're like, oh yeah, no, I get it. Anyway. Why are you here? You have better things to do. Leave me to my own demise, okay? I'm sure you could be somewhere else. I want to put some little lights over here because I think that they're cute, and possibly a little lamp over here. An acorn. Don't look. We're gonna save it. We're saving it for the Rags to Riches. We're saving it for the Let's Play on Monday. Don't look at it. We're gonna get squeaky little candles. No, we're not, because they won't place where I want them to. That's dumb. That should be illegal. What about... do you place up here? Does anything place up here? Oh, the tiny things do. Okay. Sure. That's fine. Are you a tiny... No. No. Okay. That's... Why is it like this? I'm distraught. I wanted a cute little lamp up here, but it won't actually let me have any of the cute little lamps that I want up there. And I don't fancy having to pull out, like, build hacks. 3 little floating candles, apparently. Saving. Amount of times you had a conversation that's like, sorry for the wait, I'll go to work in a public school. Ah, yeah, fair. Baby talk sometimes just gets stuck in your brain. It does! Or you're like, or especially if you're working on a skill with your kid or whatever kids you work with and you've been working on this thing like so, and then somebody else in the wild does it and you're like, great job! And they're just like, what? Who are you? And you're like, I'm sorry, I'm a kindergarten teacher. The 3 little floating candles sounds like the start of a nursery rhyme. I mean, maybe. It could be. I'm gonna get rid... No. The rug stays. If I get rid of this, is it lit up enough? Not quite. We need another lamp over here. I could do a floor lamp, except I already filled up the entire space with plants. So, probably just do another one of these. Alright, sure. That's nice. So, we've kept the coffee table. And that's about it, actually. So that's completely, totally fine and healthy. Living room, technically more functional. Dining room, definitely more functional. Could use an art over here. I know I said I would do decorations later. I lied to you. Again, bless you. So, let's see. If I were a fancy pants painting, what would I... Ooh. Oh, that is so much smaller than I thought it was going to be. Can I put this over here? I feel like that's nice. Maybe. You're not live. Hello! Did I lie to us about not looking at the key pack? I'm trying to not look at it. Did I accidentally look at it and place something? I'm trying to not look at the new pack. I promise. I'm just maybe not very good at it. We do need some sort of coat something over here. Some sort of coat rack. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I hate all of these. And I never remember what the actual hall trees I like are called. Alright, well, fine. Let's just grab that and a mirror. And maybe a little table or something over here. I don't know. Fish tank, maybe. Let's do... Yeah. Oh, actually, if I put that there, I don't know if it'll work with the stairs, so I might have to move these things over here. Put that there. And how about some shoes? As a treat. Shoes, please. I don't know why caps lock is on. Apologies. Shoes, wall shelf. I don't think that fits shoes, but thank you. I guess. There we go. Saving again. The Daring Hall tree is one of them. Oh look! A hall tree. Does this come in the colors I want? This one's okay. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was looking for. Thank you! I'm just gonna wedge it into the wall a little bit. It's fine, because if you put the back into it, and then it just, oop, it looks built in, which, in my humble opinion, looks much better. And then I could put that there. And we have room for an umbrella rack. Amazing. We are so put together today. Oh yeah, we're, like, our budget's totally fine as well, actually. I need a little rug in front of the door. I'm sorry. I need it. Probably this one, because it's my favorite. Little door rug. Super cool. I think I borrowed a giant crochet hook from my father to make a rug like this. I think I still have it. I should make another one. They're pretty nice. The fairy police aren't here. How do you know, Megan? How do you know? I feel like they wouldn't exactly make the presents known. It's 10 o'clock? I had no idea we'd spent this much time on this build. Oh my gosh. I need to stop ever pretending I know what time is. Because it is just simply a fact that I do not. I just don't. I absolutely don't. We're gonna put a grill over here because I can. And we're gonna put a table over here because I can. And then we're gonna move on. Let's do... Oh, this is nice-ish. Kind of? Like, I almost like it, but I feel like it'd be better down here. If only I could just put it down here, because this is my house, and I make the rules. No, it's floating! I feel like this would look pretty good over here, so we're gonna put it over there. Maybe the next one's just renovation. Probably. I'm just... Listen, we all know that I have problems, okay? We don't need to pretend. What? Don't look! No, not looking. Definitely not looking. Nope. Not looking. We had planter boxes in the backyard before. I should probably do that again. I made all this space so that I could actually put stuff up here and then immediately, like, didn't put stuff up here. No, you actually can clone that. So we're gonna do that right here. Ta-da! Go back out here, grab some planters. I know what's happening. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I have a hill now.
It's a really cool thing where you do what I tell you to do, and then our goals are achieved.
Who needs goals? Who needs anything to ever make sense? I don't know what you're talking about. I made planter boxes, so that's fun.
Maybe
Ooh,
that's
I'm gonna
fine.
push this
Maybe it's
over.
not. Maybe it's Maybelline.
And you guys are just spamming that stuff again. That's fine. Put the trash can there because it's a convenient spot. We're gonna, wow, that is the who greenlit this project? My goodness. I need to smooth this out real quick. Alright, that... What? Alright, listen, I know we wanted some depth to the yard, but we didn't need that. They get deleted every time you change wallpaper. Why would they... What? Why? Also Zippity, thank you for the follow. Maybelline one made more sense in your head. Okay. It's fine. The hill that hides the construction debris. It's fine. That's where we buried the old house. It's... Oh, cool, man. Jeez. Yeah, I should have been paying more attention to the time. But it's okay. We're gonna put... Is this the game table? No, it's the dining table. Let's put a game table out here. Indoor activities. Is it in here? Not this one. No. Oh, here we go. Huzzah! A little game table. And then we're gonna get little... That's an adorable chair. Stop looking at the chairs. I'm saving it. Camp's been through a lot, okay? We get to look at nice things for him on Monday because he's an animate creature who cares about anything. Alright, there we go. Game table. Huzzah, we win. And... what else should I even put up here? I put stuff up here for reasons. I was gonna put a picnic table. And then I decided to put it over there, but maybe I'll put a dining table up here anyway. Just like an actual dining table. One of the glass ones. Yeah. I think that'll be okay. Grab the, matching chair. Is it this one? Sure. That's fine. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna grab a light. At the time, and I haven't done this lately, but I really should, I was using the giant hanging light from Cats and Dogs. Not this one. The one that's like all tied up in rope. I was using that for my outdoor lights a lot, and I think I should go back to that. It's a pretty good light. I can't see. This one. So I think I'll put that out here. And a little bit of scale down on either side. It'll be great. Ooh, and I'll put one over here as well. There we go. So there's our deck that we can actually use now. Maybe an easel. Well, we also still have a whole second deck. So... it's fine. Upstairs, I still have 2 whole bedrooms and a bathroom to do. I already said I was probably going to do a shower in here, so let's take a look at that. I wanted to do 2 sinks, specifically. Nope. So let's do... I don't mind these sinks. I use this downstairs. It might be nice to have a slightly larger, like, area to put your stuff, but... maybe this one. So I put a couple of these in here. Alright. Like that. And then I need little mirrors. Just cute little mirror. No, not that small. I'll use these. I actually really like these mirrors. I use them a lot, don't I? So I'll put those in there, and then I need a shower over here, and I should still be able to fit a shower and a toilet, I think. Let's see. If I were a shower that would actually work for this space, what would I be? You know what? That's actually totally fine. Alright, cool. I'll grab a toilet. And some toilet paper, because we're not heathens, we're just weird. It's a very good mirror. Alright, so there's another bathroom. Huzzah, huzzah. My bedrooms before, let's judge. Here we go. So again, like what was my color scheme? What was anything? I'm so confused. I have no idea what was happening. So obviously this is supposed to be like a kid's room. So I guess I'll do that over here. And that's the season's bed, which I don't hate as a bed. We can even still use the same bed, just not that swatch. Why? For what reason? Look at all these beautiful... There was literally a purple one. Why didn't I use the purple one? You know? So confusing. Such confusing times we lived in. Back in... I don't even know when that was. You know what? Here. This can be purple. Alright? There you go. Do I want to put it there, or do I want to put it... maybe over here? Maybe. That'll give us more space for to play, especially since I don't have the weird deck problem anymore that I created for myself. If I sort just by purple, what are we gonna see? Oh my goodness. Alright then. Color scheme seems to have been blue, but also purple, but also black, and white, and teal, and other blue, and green, and it was weird. See, we're not heathens, we're just weird. It's fine. This is great. This is a nice purple, right? What a nice purple. Too bad we don't have nice purple things in general, but there's some purple, okay? Behold. Do I have toys that are purple? That are not from the new pack? Because I'm not touching them? A little treehouse, dollhouse thing. We have this. Ooh, yeah. I haven't really used this pack very much, because I don't like the chair. Which seems like a really petty reason, but it's also true. Let's do this house sized down once, I think, for my dollhouse there. Let's see, and then we need a dresser, which I can put over on this side. Wow. If I were a dresser that were purple, and not completely hideous, oh, that's actually shockingly not terrible. Alright. This one has flowers on it, which is super fun, and not at all useful to us at all. This one, I think, matches our other colors best. So I might go with that. Do I have a purple mirror? Kind of. That'll be fine. Do I have purple lights? Let's actually go sort by lights first. The chair is terrible. The chair has pasta on it, and there's no good reason for that, okay? Oh, this is beautiful. Leave it alone. Don't touch. Bugs. Stars? Flowers? Stars. Put these here. That'll be cute. And then I think I can put some here as well. Sure. That'll be nice. Maybe a couple more over here. No, it doesn't quite reach properly. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll put something else over here. Oh, we also have these curtain things now, which are way more fun than these curtains, but I can really only use one, so that'll be fine. The pillow. Yes, it's terrible. Are we going to change the wallpaper color? Does this wallpaper come in purple? Or do we just want to look at purple wallpapers? Ah, yes. Spiderwebs. No. No. It's not really a... I don't know if I'd call that a purple, but you know what? The game really doesn't care what color purple actually is. So that's totally fine. Ghosties. Tiles. Rocks. I forget how good the swatch is actually. It's like really good. Not for in here, not for right now, but just in general as a rock swatch. It's very good. Nope, we're keeping the same wallpaper. I don't like any of those. It's red with purple undertones. That's what I'm saying. The pasta chair is terrible. Pasta Sims. Listen, I'm nothing if not a hypocrite, okay? Let's just be real. Let's also take a look and see what else do I want. I want kids' activities and skills. I want the little notebook. Little journal thing. That's very important. What is this? A little lunchbox. It's not very purple either. I forget that the activities and skills don't really sit like on here super great. They're mostly floor activities, which is fine. So outside then, I can add an easel. I could probably add a science as well. Put a science there. We'll grab an easel for over here. Behold. An easel, a science, a telescope. Fantastic. Science. We love science. And then over here, this will be our other room. Previously, we used, oh. I think that's a season's bed with an awning thing over it from Island Living. I really don't know. A chair in the corner. Over here, well, there's the toy chest there and I don't want it to interfere. Maybe a small chair. I will give you maybe a small chair. See, look at, tell me if this pillow doesn't look like a ravioli. Alright, also we can't put this in because it's a 2-tile chair because rocking chairs are weird, okay? There's little cushions, so we could do that. This little guy, quite whimsical and fun. This little chair is pretty good actually. Alright, there you go. I gave you a chair. Are you happy now? Are you satisfied? We have, stop. I regret to say that I am in love with this new pack and I've yet to actually look at anything from it. Well, like, I've seen stuff, but I haven't looked at it. You know, go away. Nobody cares about you. We're gonna go look at beds. We're not using a season's bed again. Absolutely not. If I were building this today, I'd probably be considering... What? How's our money at? Oofta. Alright, we're running low on funds. That's okay. There's some good, cheaper beds. Maybe this one, actually. It's a pretty good bed. I think I could go with the, don't know about the plaid. What about this one? Do you have good blue? You have like tie-dye flowers. This one, that could work. It's a little bit on the darker side, so I'll have to really bring in some lighter tones with everything else. But I think that could work. I need... I'll put it there. I need a nice rug for it. Nice light rug. Maybe this one, but up? Bigger? That just makes the tassels obnoxious. I lied to you. I'm so sorry. I want one of the, like, not the super long rectangle ones. Maybe one of these again, actually. The shockingly not bad. The one shockingly not bad piece of that pack. Why do I love and hate all of you? I'm just very confused about my relationship with rugs at this time. I don't want a whole square rug. Maybe I want an oval. At least makes the wallpaper white. Wow. Hang on. In here? Do you want it white everywhere or just in there specifically? You know what? Here, I'll give you 3 different options of this wallpaper. Are you happy now? Things going bad is called going pear-shaped. I believe it's a statistics thing because it references how data moves. And typically you want data to move in either like a linear fashion or like diagonally. So let's take, oh, the population actually is a really good example of this. So if you take population by age, it should be kind of flat-ish, you know, but like it's going to taper off at the end. So you want a lot of babies, you want not a lot of old people because they die, so you kind of want like a straight line going down like this, right? But if you have a population boom, then you're going to see a bubble follow through. So then your line's going to go something like, okay, we've got a lot of babies, we've got like young kids and stuff, and then we've got a lot of people in this range. That's kind of weird. And then it actually goes down. So then like the downslope and the bubble of the population boom would be the pear shape. And you don't want that because that leads to instability in the economy. Yes, RMJ, I don't want people to live for 300 years. That's weird. The blue wallpaper with the blue bed. I think they match shockingly well. This is paranormal. This is high school years. This over here, on this side of the mic, is going a little crazy and should not have taken on this project. But here we are. Anyway, hope you guys are gonna have a lovely weekend. Hope you're setting yourselves up for success. Unlike me, you know what? I'm giving up on the rug. I'm officially giving up. We're going to grab a couple of dressers for over here, and it's gonna be great. Let's do... I could go in with high school years again. These are also pretty nice.
Can look like me.
Maybe I'll do a tall one and a short one. So one of those, and then one of... I did this one in the other room. But it should have a matching-ish swatch. I mean, this one obviously matches. Maybe the gray, actually. So I'll put these in here, and then I'll grab a mirror for between and some art, and it'll be great. It'll be fabulous, and anybody who tells you otherwise is lying. Don't let people lie to you. Alright? Crops have been watered. Yay, I hate vampires. What? What happened? Counter with vamp- Oh, because of the old people. Listen. Do you really want enough of the population to be vampires that they're going to remain statistically relevant to the economy? That's what I need to know. Roasting or toasting? Oh, hi, Ford. This is me spending way too much time on a build. I know, you're really surprised. I never spent too much- Stop looking! I never spent too much time on a build. But I did, in fact, do that today. I was like, oh, we'll just rebuild this, and it'll be great. And then it's 4 hours later. It's not actually 4 hours. This was a blue swatch. I've been misled. I kind of like this one. It's not super relevant to the space, but it's cute. And I can get sconces. So let's do that. We're almost done with it, though. I just yelled about it a lot, and then the other ones are going to be not as, dramatic, I guess. Go away, you. I don't like it. Moving this. I need a table over here and a lamp at the very least, even if I don't go in with a rug. I'm just mad. Put the alcohol sign in the baby. This isn't the baby room. Population. I didn't say no vampires. I said statistically relevant. Okay. Very important distinction there. I need you to recognize that. Statistically relevant. Okay. We do not need vampires to be statistically relevant to the economy. That would be bad. I don't care how you feel about it. This is wrong. This is wrong. This one. I want just a little book, a little books. Why is the book shorter than the lamp? Why is my lamp so tiny? That's what I'm trying to say. Let's go maybe into clutter. Oh, you're dumb. Alright. Into decorations, into clutter, and grab just the little tiny stack of books. Is that in here? There's an open book. You know what? Sure. There you go. We're reading a book. Yay! Literature! I also forgot that I could literally just use 2 small rugs on either side of the bed to get the same general look I was trying to go for, so guess what we're doing? The paused book. This is from whatever kit this is. I don't actually know that one. Yeah, how about we don't have 800,000 vampires all over the world? That would be statistically relevant, and that's no good. Okay? We don't need that many vampires. That makes me nervous. I don't like it. I am probably gonna end up just scrapping all of the rules I set for myself, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. Making rules and then breaking them. So anyway, we do need a smidge of landscaping out here. I already added a tree back here, but no, don't you slideshow me. Before, our landscaping was very debug heavy, which I'm not interested in. Used a lot of lavender, which is fine, I guess. But yeah, we're not doing that. So we're just going to go in here and grab some of these. Oh, I also, I think, size stuff up a lot. That looks closer to the image. So sizing up with my bracket key, holding Alt to ignore the grid, holding Shift to place multiple at once, and I'm just going to use these to more or less line some of my my pond area here, because I think it'll look nicer than whatever it is right now. And I'll grab a couple of rocks as well, and maybe some lavender too, just to bring in a little bit more of the original inspiration. So yeah, oop, that was wrong. You're also supposed to be large. Sizing these plants up works shockingly well, especially if you have a lot of ground to cover quickly with no money, because you were like, oh, I'm gonna set these boundaries and then proceed to not actually follow them. It's fine. 1 vampire per square mile. How about no? I think not. Cave systems in the United States? Yeah, sure, okay. So there's this lavender thing here, which I think we might use. Where's the other one? Yeah. So let's grab some of these. I was probably trying to be whimsical when I was sizing all this stuff up, and that's probably what I was trying to do. Me and my stupid whimsy. So I'm gonna do these things, and yeah, this will be so great, guys. It's so great. Look at all the plants that we're placing. It's so fun. Fun plants. I need some rocks. I can't live like this. Pleasant purple flowers, which is just a different lavender.
When in doubt, boulders.
I'm working on it. Alright, look.
When in doubt, boulders.
Okay. I hear you. We'll get rocks. I promise. I just need some of these silly purple flowers first, for apparently reasons. Sure. Does that fit the original vibe-ish? I think it's close enough. Large lavender. Very overstimulated. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm helping the overstimulation. Huzzah. I'm gonna boulder, okay? See? Boulder, I barely know her. So once again, we're gonna be sizing stuff up. Just using this 3 boulder set to various sizes is another great way to spread your money when you're being dumb. Technically, we're still under budget, so that's a win, because we're gonna need a few more items to really pull this together. So I'm gonna put this over here. Alright, we've bouldered. We're still gonna need pond stickers. We need to finalize a little bit more of the landscaping. It looks like I had one of these fancy purple trees as well. I had a fallen log from debug. We don't need that. What we do need is pond effects, log, behold. And then do you know what you can do with that log? That's right, allow turtles. I used... This is definitely not the water texture I used before. Did I even have a water texture on here? I don't think I did. Well, that was pretty silly. Let's go grab our fancy tree though. So that was this one, I think. Put that over here. How are we looking on the thumbnail with that? Oh yeah, this is much easier to see. Alright, so that's a win. Put that there. I think maybe I'll put in a couple of lily pads just because they are kind of pretty. So put some of these over here. What I don't like is that these lily pads and these lily pads and these are all different greens, so they don't even look like they belong together, which is extremely annoying to me. Like this one could almost work, but as soon as you bring in the clusters and stuff, it's like, what is even happening? So that's rude, but who cares? Besides me, probably nobody. So it's just gonna stay the way that it is. Behold. Six more hours till meds. Oh gosh. You care about the lily pads? Thank you, Minnie. I'm glad that somebody cares about them. Too many tasks at once? Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Swans? Let's add swans. I'm gonna add swans over here. That'll be magical. And then I know that I need dragonflies. That was the whole point of this build, was to have a heckin' ton of dragonflies. So there are fireflies. Here are dragonflies, which are surprisingly large. I don't know if you've seen them in the game before, but they're quite big. Put some over here as well. I feel like I should do something else in the backyard. I don't really want to though, so I'm going to cheat and just grab a big tree. Hello? Weeping willow tree. There are so many trees in the game. Oak tree, there we go. Did we get new trees? Because I feel like what I'm looking for isn't where it usually is. So I'm gonna put this here, I'm gonna rotate it so that it's hopefully not gonna clip inside my house. And then I'm gonna go grab a few more of these flowers to place around it, which will help hide any of the floating that it may be doing on my hill. I mean, not that anything that I built would ever float, that'd be silly. Let's put these here, I'll grab some more of the lavender as well, put that over there. Need some terrain paint. I feel like this is definitely a superior version though. Dragonflies are not annoying. Did I say annoying? I meant because they're large, like in the game, they're obnoxiously large. Story's been abused? Oh no. Story, why? Oh, you're saying... I was saying they're annoying because they're so big. Spirit was talking about actual dragonflies. Your husband called you and you didn't realize afterwards your video was 2 minutes behind chat. Oh, Kelsey, you know what? I feel like it's the same level of chaos all the time. But I'm glad that you could tell. Hope the call went well. No, I need to do dirt first. No. The brain, not happening. Not having it. So we're gonna paint under all of our plants. I'll go in and add gravel eventually as well. But first, plants. This is just gonna be cute. Just a cute little table. Just sitting there for absolutely no reason other than I liked it. And I wanted it to have a home. Somebody please remind me to add a mailbox, because if I go add a mailbox now, the terrain paint will never be finished. And that will be sad. It's not like the gallery's gonna save it anyway, but we can pretend. Add some under the boxes. Now, do I actually name this an appropriate name? Because that was one of the big mistakes I made initially with this build, which I was so proud of at the time. And honestly, again, I think there was a vision. The vision just needed some help. So do I name it an actual appropriate name, or do I go with the same name, and still nobody will ever see it, because the name I picked was dumb? That's what I need to know. I think I thought people would search for Cove. But I feel like that's a bit of a homeschooler word. You know, like... one of the words people laugh at you for using. Maybe I've just had some bad experiences. Alright, gravel, terrain paint. Yay, we win. Remember, mailbox, remember more chimneys. Ford, I have 2 chimneys already. There are 2 inside there, so kinda low-key 3 chimneys. I think that's enough chimneys. Mailbox will go right here. Oh, look, see? I grabbed a mailbox and I didn't actually finish the terrain paint because I need to come back out here and put this down and grab my gravel and put that down. Mailbox. Into the house. Huzzah! Let's do some final comparisons, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll come back and complain about more things. Hopefully not too much, though. Because, I spent way too much time on this. So anyway, here's a little side-by-side of our before and after. Biggest things that we changed was just scale, really. This roof and everything, it wasn't quite right. The kitchen was too disjointed from the rest of the house. I feel like we fixed that here. The roof was too narrow for the main part of the build. I think we fixed that here. Ironically, this had a fireplace and this one doesn't, and this one didn't have a chimney and this one does. Ignore that. I didn't know how to roof decks properly at the time, so I didn't actually have this as like a floor. It's a platform. It's raised above the roof. We actually roofed properly this time, so we don't have that issue. The round deck honestly wasn't that bad. I just did nothing with the deck, so I fixed that over here. There was no path, so we changed the path. We changed the bridge so that it actually accentuates the build on the gallery thumbnail as opposed to blocking it. We fixed this massive wraparound lake river pond thing. Don't really know what that was all about. Kept mostly the same vibes, just a little bit less chaotic, less throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. I think it's much better. The original was not deep enough, but it's just not the same depth. The original showed some of my issues with planning the depth of rooms. This is probably roughly the same. It's very close to it anyway, but the rooms are arranged so that they make a little bit more sense. So before, our living space area... Hang on, I'm supposed to show you the floor plans anyway. So before our living space area was technically 4 tiles deep, but it was also part of a walkway. So now the living space is still 4 tiles, but we were able to use that space, I would argue, a lot better due to the overall layout. And the dining space was, what is that, about 5 by 5? But there was also a staircase and stuff, and now, with our dining space, it's still, well actually it's technically smaller, but it's a better use of the space as opposed to that round table. Very homeschool word, blah, 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 blah. And then the kitchen just had its own issues. So again, I think the kitchen is roughly the same size, maybe a little bit smaller, but it was actually like laid out appropriately. I thought this house was more narrow. I think I might have been remembering a different house when I initially was looking at this, because I definitely remember some painfully narrow builds. So this one's very similar in depth, but it's definitely laid out a lot better now, I would argue. And then if we go look at the upstairs, we do a little side by side here. We pulled together more cohesive color palettes, so that's a win. The bathroom layout makes a lot more sense. The deck, I think, also looks better now. I think that having it not be a platform really helped with that. We don't have to put stairs inside the bedrooms, which was weird, and the switchback stairs really didn't have any purpose. It was a lot of weird stuff, man. The couch reminds you, oh gosh dang it. Your pool was sus, and I would say I'll die on that hill, but I probably won't. I'll probably die on a different hill. So we kept the planter boxes, we kept a lot of the same stuff, but I think that this is definitely an improved version. Do one final side by side. That's a barn. So there we go. I think it's better. It's a spool. I think so. Exterior wall paint better. Oh yeah, that too. The colors. I was trying to do pastels to be like whimsical, magical outside, which was dumb. It didn't work out well, and I just refused to change it. I had way too many dark accents, so I went more in the middle of tones here, and I think that it worked out. The wall paint from This is from Get Together. This is from Cats and Dogs. And then inside I use primarily Cats and Dogs and Paranormal. So yay, we win. That took way too much time, which nobody's surprised, but that's okay. So if I were to upload this lot now, I think I would call it... What should we call it? Maybe a whimsical river cottage. Something like that would, I think, hit a lot more terms that people are interested in searching. This is a redo of my questionable Dragonfly Cove build. Nope. I hope you enjoy. Mosquito free. And this I think would classify as a cottage. We'll add pond. We'll add two bedroom. With some other searchable terms. We're gonna add whimsical because it is a little bit on the whimsical side. We could add storybook because it's a bit on the storybook side. We could add bridge. I don't know if people are looking for builds with bridges, but we'll try. And it's definitely, I think it would work for a family home as well. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I think it'll be alright. Damn, what? Jeez. Misty Moisty Cottage. Oh my gosh. Moist should not bother you. Watery Whimsy Cottage. I don't think it's watery. I think I'm gonna stick with the river. The river idea. No! So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the gallery, and then we should be able to compare. Because they'll both save to my library, and then we can look at the thumbnails, and I can point out. So anyway, why is there grass floating in the sky? What? Okay. Hang on. Apologies, TikTok. The user has been blocked. A house with a lazy river around it. Not yet. I'd love to. Can't hear any of the sound commands. Are they too quiet? I may have to look into that. They're each mixed separately, and they should all be about the same level as my voice, but maybe things have changed. Some of the sound commands have low volume. Yay! Something new to look into. You can hear them, but they're quiet. I'll work on that. Anyway, here's the old thumbnail. What are the problems with the thumbnail? The bridge is blocking the house. The house is too narrow. What is this? Terribly balanced. Disgusting. Horrible. The new one. Much better balance. The bridge is leading your eye to. The cottage is supposed to be taking away from it. There's not weird floating grass. And overall, it's just a superior build. So there you go. Creamy keyboards. Breaking crayons command. I can hear them fine. But I will look into that in the future. Not right now. Right now I'm going to take a break. Superior. No grass is flying, less whimsy. Yeah, well. Story, we didn't need to know that. So anyway, I'm going to take a break, and then when we come back, we'll yell at more things. Won't that be fun? Probably not. But, you know, you can go to bed if you want. I won't be mad. I don't know why we're digging holes. But speaking of digging holes, I don't think we can dig our way out of this one. The other one, listen, the first build, I know we spent some time on it. I've been wanting to rebuild that one for a long time, so I'm glad that we did. Also, I just don't have the mental capacity to completely yell at myself for an entire 3 hours. So I understand if that's what was advertised for you and you're mad, I'll refund your tickets. But listen, there's no saving this one. There's no saving this one. There's not. This would take so much time to rebuild. It'll probably take like 2 streams to actually rebuild this one. This is so bad. I was experimenting. Okay, look at this. This split half gable roof here. There's no fixing this. There's no saving it. There are a couple of good things. Okay, this little chimney trick. I love that little chimney trick. I use that all the time. Split half gable, great trick. However, for this, oh my gosh, my head hurts. I think what I was trying to do here was like, I think it was supposed to be a half timber style home. I think, because based on the wallpaper, the rest of it is not though. So I don't know. Is that a porch couch? Dude, I repeat, I don't know what I was doing. I don't remember when I built this. It may have been in the newborn days. I may have just been severely sleep deprived. I don't even know. But we did try to do some pond. So once again, I have a river pond that is just... It's just there. A long, squiggly piece of water with a lot of rocks, not enough plants, a couple of lily pads for reasons, and a bunch of random trees. We have I think every tree is a different type of tree. Nope, these two are the same. Okay, those two are the same type of tree. So this might be a larger version of that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 different types of tree. I don't know what was going on with this. The front door is in the back. Yeah, so you're gonna walk up this squiggly path. Okay, another thing that I did. If the path is going to squiggle, it has to have a reason, otherwise it looks dumb. If I had taken this landscaping and put it on this side of the path, then the path curving would have made sense, you see? And if I put some of this stuff over here, then the path curving would have made sense. And if I put some of this over here, right? It's not beautiful, but like the path curving actually makes sense now. But no, I didn't do that. Why would I do that? It's supposed to be a water wheel house? I assure you, I genuinely do not remember what I was doing. Oh good, look, we've got floating lily pads. That's great. So anyway, I messed up the squiggly path. There's no reason. I have too many trees with no terrain paint or plants around them, so they're just hanging out doing nothing. A fire pit with benches, that's probably nice-ish. I don't know why I didn't put the terrain paint all the way under the benches. I don't know why I have dry grass right next to the fire. I don't know. I don't know what possessed me to do this. Apparently I was still afraid of terrain paint at this point. I don't know why I didn't put anything there. I don't know why there's literally nothing going on here. Like, at least put the trash can out here. I don't know. I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I don't have columns here. Oh good, I have got these doohickeys. Oh yeah, that's saving the build. For sure. That makes sense. Pines. Okay, goodbye. I hope that your angry music fulfills your need. The roof should be taller. The roof should just be taller. But it's not. It is a short roof. One of the staple things of the half timbers, like, not saying some of them don't have flattish roofs. All I'm saying is one of the iconic pieces of this house style is the tall roof. Also, this. I apparently hadn't discovered stacking roof pieces yet, and I just felt the need to do whatever that is with just one roof piece. Why did I do that? This is terrible. The chimney honestly isn't that bad. The tower, I've got plumb bobs going on apparently, so that's super fun. Like, just the random half, and then why? This I stacked. Why did I stack this? Why? For the love of all that is good, did I do this? Why did I do that? What possible reason could I have had I have absolutely no idea. No idea. I was trying and learning. I was being stupid, Kilo. What was I don't know. I don't know. It gets worse, though. It gets worse. I looked inside just to see if there was any saving this build. There is not. There's not. Okay, so we're gonna walk in. Guess what room we're walking into? That's right, the dining room. So we're gonna walk in. We have a dumping station right here. Honestly, fairly realistic. This isolated, not bad. But you walk straight into... straight into the dining room. Okay. That is just a giant hallway with all these arches everywhere, and I was trying to decorate, I guess. Also, how many different windows do we see here? Too many. That's the answer. Kids can propel themselves off the monkey bars into the river. I know. So we're going into the dining room. It's not that I'm mad about going into the dining room. It's just like, it's such... We have one tile of space here to walk through. That is not appropriate for an entryway, and it's not even a full one tile, because... I need some lessons, apparently. The chairs actually overlap there. So there's really not a full walkway here. You're just walking into a crowded room. Mostly visually. And there's... Technically, your sim can walk through here, but it's not great. I don't know why there's so much stuff in this room. Also, apparently I was really into this specific style of kitchen, because I'm pretty sure this is identical to the one that we just looked at. 5 windows in the kitchen. Why would I need 5 windows in the kitchen? I think I was going for historical accuracy. You may notice I used a lot of lanterns. So I was going for dark. Gothic. Because Gothic isn't actually dark. I just didn't know the difference between goth and Gothic yet. They're 2 different things. Goth and Gothic are 2 completely different things. I didn't know that at the time. I also didn't know what a half-timber / Tudor style building was. I didn't know how to count windows. I put the pans over here by the tea. Because that makes sense. I love seeing little things that showed I knew how to do stuff. Like, look, I know how to size things down. Meaningless. Absolutely meaningless. The cooking with natural light, apparently. So, a ton of windows in here, which just blocks the cabinets. Cabinets are more important generally in a kitchen than windows. So I don't know what I was doing there. There's just too much stuff here. There's just too much stuff. Alternatively, I have a hallway for an office. But don't worry, there's a painting. So, that's great. Out to the back. So I was like, oh, I have an awkwardly wide hallway. Instead of, I don't know, shrinking this, right, getting rid of this, and just having it be directly out to the deck, which would make the most sense. No, I need a giant office. And it just, why? Why doing too much here? What was this? Better than a closet for an office, more legroom. I mean, I guess so. If you need a pace, you're set up for success. Don't worry, I decorated over here. Look at this amazing decorating that I did. This is all alt-placed and stuff. Ooh, there's so many arches, and why? And then there's like this one tile here that I couldn't even use because of stairs. Heaven forbid I rotate the stairs. Oh no, don't worry, we've got chess, and we've got chess spectator. Why do you need a spectator chair for chess? I don't know. That's what I was going to say this whole time. We have an easel. Why do we have an easel in the tower? Because literally nothing else would fit. Nothing else would fit. I really, really, really wanted this tower, and I decided to put an easel in there. Because nothing else would fit. That's the only reason that's in there. It gets worse. The tower gets worse, guys. Why is all this stuff here? Why is all that here? Why is this living space so small? The living space is so small. The rug is not the right size. The furniture is not laid out appropriately. And then we have this massive space here with nothing happening. Because we have 1, 2, arguably 3. I forgot how many I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of entry into the living room. Why? But wait, there's more. But don't worry, we have a bedroom over here. Some poor innocent soul has to sleep in here. They're into photography, I guess. Look at that, me putting cameras into stuff. I don't know why the walls aren't painted. Why are the walls gray? Why are the walls gray? All the colors we could have picked. Gray. I have no idea. I don't know, man. We're in a club. That's great. None of this even goes together. Look, we have photography with pictures that are maybe photography. We have books. This... I don't know if that counts as photography in The Sims. It looks more like a painting. And then over here, we've completely changed. We have some nail polish, but actually also we're into plants, but actually also we're into books, but actually also a piggy bank. I don't know. It's just very weird. Great bathroom though. Wow, look at this layout. Heaven forbid I put in a smaller light, or an overhead light, or just like literally anything other than whatever this is. Yeah, apparently I didn't believe in electricity. I don't know. And then you go outside, and we have me trying to be creative with planter pots. I wish there was more space where I could have spread my planter pots out. Wouldn't that be great if I actually just had some more space and I didn't have to cram them all into the corner? Wow, Kilo. And then, wow, it sure would be nice if I had a wider area of my deck to put a couch on, so it wasn't just this tiny little narrow walkway looking into across the street. Like, what? Oh, yeah, see, again, like, I knew how to do stuff. I knew how to do this, I just didn't know how to use my brain for anything.
Opinion is my opinion, and it will not be my opinion.
You ready to see how the tower gets worse? I couldn't think of anything else to put in the tower, so I just cut it out. I just took the floor out. Hi, Montana. I just took the floor out because I couldn't think of anything else to put in there. So I just didn't. Why? Oh gosh. A guitar and a violin for skills and a dollhouse because I had to put something up here. What is this? The house would have been so much better if I had expanded. Look, if I just pushed this over and put the stairs going this way so they're part of the like entryway dining room, I wouldn't have needed all this nonsense in here. And the stairs would have connected, and this area would have made so much more sense for like toys and stuff. But no, we have to have whatever this is. We're creating tornadoes with how much we're running in circles to get up the stairs in here. A perfect place to impale oneself. Could the tower have been a bookshelf on one wall and be functional? Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no. There are 1,001 ways we could have used this tower, but I didn't. They can perform for the person painting down below. Oh yeah, sure. They can throw tomatoes at them. I don't... Okay, and then there's this room. I have a bed, which I apparently alt-placed because that was so important, and 2 sconces, and it's not centered onto the sconces. The sconces aren't even... They're not even level. Look at this. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? The window, whatever this object's called, not even inside the wall. The bed, literally nothing happening. Couldn't have provided a side table, couldn't have provided toys. This wasn't a budget. This was not a budget. But no, nothing. I did a decent job putting toys in, honestly. I'll give myself that. But like, if you enable quarter tile placement, which apparently I didn't know was a thing, you can actually have things line up and be symmetrical. Ooh, ah. Also, this is a stupid light. Why did I use that light? I don't know. Yeah, they definitely poke the ceiling. Oh, this is when this might be the first time I ever used this bathroom layout. Of course it's right in front of a window. Of course. Why not? But I think this is the first time I use this bathroom layout. So high five me for figuring out this bathroom layout. And then 10 thumbs down for whatever possessed me to use this. Nobody's loved at this house. It gets worse. These lanterns are also not correct. This bed is also not centered, and I have a side table on this side. Why did I do that? Why? Why would I have the bed isolated on the wall and a bedside table? Generally speaking, if you're going to have a bed with a table, you do like this so that you can use more of the space in the room. But no, I couldn't do that. But don't worry, I cluttered. Look at me cluttering. I used these lights because I had like 4 packs at this point, and I wanted to make it be like rustic. So I didn't want to use the little the ceiling lights that I usually use. The shower is in the window. I'm just saying. I don't know words. I don't know building either, apparently. Don't worry, we can color pictures with our Easter bunny. Nothing on this wall is centered or makes any sense whatsoever. I don't even know. I have no idea what my thoughts and plans were. Like, I feel like, ignore the lights for a second, right? I feel like if we're gonna do fancy alt placement, we could do this over here, right? Ooh, that's actually pretty nice. Great. What if we then were to move the dresser and the toy chest, and they could be over here? Sure, why not? Or no, even better. What if we put the dresser over here so we could put the mirrors over it? Oh yeah, because like that's a thing. And we can have all of our toys also in here doing stuff and things. I feel like there were other options that we could have gone with. We could have put toys inside, like on the floor. We could have put a rug in. But no. Hang on. Way to do whatever that is. There's nothing under the bed. I just put books on the floor because I thought that I was being clever. No light to see when you're painting. Of course not. Of course not. I don't know what I was doing, RMJ. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, the ladybug. The skull. Yeah, so then we have this wonderful moment right here. If you go down this tiny little skinny narrow hall— wait, how many bedrooms? Yeah, we did those two. I don't even know. Anyway, so there's this bathroom, and there's this, which again, I've got the two sconces, which are not, like, why? Why did I do this? Avoiding— not even though. Barely. We've got this space here, which barely fits the rule. I think I was allergic to putting furniture not directly against the wall. I didn't put a closet— dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know why I made it stand alone. I don't know why I have a closet and a dresser. I don't know. I don't know why these lights are where they are. I was trying to be fancy over here. Look at me being fancy. I put in curtains, guys. The closet, like the cheese, stands alone. No rugs is crazy. Excuse me? Excuse me? What is this? What is this? A rug. That's right. So anyway. But wait, there's more! Did you notice there are still more stairs? Don't worry, guys. We have a game room upstairs with no railing. Also, no wallpaper in here. I don't know how much of this is the game and how much of this is me. But don't worry, guys. We can go up the stairs. There are curtains that are peeking through the floor, but that's fine. Ignore that. We have games, people, that were alt-placed. You see how that jumps when I click it? They were alt-placed so carefully. I placed these. I probably just had my thumb on alt the entire time I was building. But like to let you know, this makes a great base for a container home. I feel like this would look sick as a container home. Like, honestly, the overall shape, if you ignore literally everything else about it, I think the shape has potential. I like all the funky angles and everything. I think it could work. I think you're right. However, currently, there's just a little bit too much wrong. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 different windows. Oh, also, why is this so short? Like, why did I make the chimney so short? That's just weird. It should have been like here or so. So I don't know. But I was wrong. The sconces can't hurt us in the attic. No, I don't think there are. Oh no, wait, there are 2 right here at our not front door. Alright, so if I go into nighttime, we have a couple lights there. And we have a light over here at our front back door. And 2 at our back front door. Yeah, so anyway, don't do this. This was wrong. This was wrong of me to do. I hurt, innocent people were damaged in the creation of this build. Don't do this. When you're planning your spaces, take note of entry and exit points. Don't think you're fancy by putting nothing anywhere. It's so wrong. How many sconces are... Oh, they're actually not. I'm shocked. But yeah, there's no saving this. The house looks like it's gonna walk over and eat you. It would. The interior is so dark. This is rough. I want to see when I built this. Hang on. Let's see. We have to scroll back a ways. We're gonna go bask in my shame. I could probably take some of these off, but I feel like it's more fun for you guys to go back, potentially, and see all the horrible things that have happened. This one doesn't count. I followed a tutorial for this one. I followed a tutorial for this, and that's when I realized I wanted to make video tutorials, because it disappointed me so much. Let's see. Because some of these I'm still kind of proud of, like the Windmill Nightclub. That was actually pretty good. A lot of these thumbnails, as you can tell, I didn't know what I was doing. You can't even see that house. This one's pretty okay. Still struggle with the narrow stuff, but we're working on it. Let's see. Oh, here's the original Dragonfly Cove. So that was 2021. Alright, actually, almost exactly 4 years ago. So that's pretty cool. I think this one's up here, and maybe I missed it. I don't even know. I couldn't find it earlier. I was being dumb. Okay, I know it was after that one. There's so many houses here. I definitely scrolled past it, didn't I? This is... Oh no, there it is. Yeah, so that was also in 2021. So it was a while ago. It needs help. A Baba Yaga house would be so cool, right? Hey, there's an idea for a starter home redeem. Anyway, so yeah, this is where we started. This is also where we're ending. I just wanted to know when I uploaded it, and that was in 2021. It is get together only, so only base gaming get together. And it could have been so much better. Do you want to see another build that's only base gaming get together? What are we doing here? Why are we loading so much? Okay. Anyway, another house that is only base gaming get together and is 10,000 times better. I know we're still gonna do one more. Oh no, that was the Frankenstein one. That's right. Gosh, I built such weird stuff. This one. Oh, that's actually base game only. These are the style that this was supposed to be. This is what it was kind of supposed to look like. But it doesn't. Nope. 4-bed Gothic Swamp is what Spotify Wrapped calls you. Oh my gosh. A Gothic Swamp Cottage. Right, an actual Gothic. Because this isn't even Gothic. That's the other thing. I think the gallery search isn't working and my eyes are dumb, so I'm probably not going to find it. But I have actual Gothic houses now as well. This one was a couple of years ago. This isn't my best work. But this is actually closer, at least, to a Gothic style. Oh, this was a shell challenge. That's what it was. I forgot. This was a shell challenge that I tried to make Gothic-ish. And it's still closer than the one that I built on purpose. I didn't know what I was doing. A nightmare, right? This is rough. So let's go look at the last one. Let's yell about the last one. We're gonna go build. And it's gonna be great. Okie dokie. This one I think it's base game only. Yes, that is a base game window. This is another one where honestly I think the core of the build isn't that bad. I did some fun stuff. This walkway pattern, honestly, we need to revisit. That was pretty fun. But it's not terribly modern or classic. It's just, well, I guess it's more modern than it is classic. I don't fully know what I was thinking here, with the name. So I think this was my first attempt, I believe, at that mansard style roof, which I only did on the front. I didn't do it on the back. I have this back there for reasons. I think some of it is okay. I think that what would have potentially made it a little bit better is not having the roof be so tall, or having these walls be medium height. I think that that would have made this... Oh my gosh, that fixes like everything. Hang on. I think that the walls being medium height would have really fixed our proportions a lot. All of a sudden you can see over the doors, so that's fantastic. There's no paint there, ignore that. Because I think the height of the build is fine. I think the roof needs to be not quite that shingle. I think that it would look better as something more actually modern. Whether that's concrete, like this, which honestly doesn't look too bad. It goes with the minimal style. Corrugated would I think be okay. The square shingles would even be fine. But for some reason I went with the scalloped shingles, which is not the right choice for a high contrast, very, very clean lines, minimal detail build. So that was weird. Wait, watermelon? What are we doing? A new rich suburb? Probably my idea. I don't know why there's not terrain paint. I was afraid of terrain paint for a while. I also don't know why these poor trees are planted inside concrete instead of inside dirt. Lots of questionable decisions there. I think that making the wall height medium wall height would have been better, but I didn't, so this is what it looks like. It's just awkward. The back kind of looks like a church. But don't worry, I added a pool. Again, there are a lot of really strong lines here. And so then when I didn't follow through on those strong lines, I don't know what I was doing. Like, why did I start with all these very strong lines and things and then break them up with my walls being too short? And why did I go with this railing when there's such better, more minimal railings? I don't know. Now, I do believe I remember I didn't furnish this because I couldn't figure out a floor plan because I shot myself in the foot. The house has a mullet. It's something. The tower chimney. Oh, I'll get to that in a second. So I was trying to be different, and I grabbed these lights, which are very industrial. I was probably trying to do a little bit of industrial because I was trying to branch out. And all this space, and for some reason, I thought, you know what makes the most sense? Having literally none of this be usable. Because, again, I didn't understand scale. This is only 4 tiles. 4 tiles is fine, but not when you have multiple points of entry. So this obviously is a hallway. You can't do anything there. You have a point of entry here, you have and entry here, and entry here. And you have to get in and out of these doors as well as on the other side of the room. So really all of these areas just turn into passways. You can't really put anything here. There's a little bit of usable space right here, a little bit of usable space right here, some kind of sort of over here, but every single room would have to essentially be arranged like a galley space. And I don't know why I did a dining kitchen. I should have put counters there and made an actual galley kitchen and put the dining over here. It's just extremely poorly planned out. There aren't enough solid spaces to actually put furniture in. The trash can looks like it doesn't want to be there. I don't think anybody wants to be here. Ray Dunn might live here. Oh my gosh. Not a fun cult. Not our cult. Although I wonder if turning it orange would help. Anyway, and I decided to put a bathroom here. For what reason? And again, we have entry, 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 entry. This leaves some space here and some space here, but by and large, very little actual usable space because of all the points of entry. Now this could have worked a lot better if I made it a little bit wider so you could walk around the living spaces. It would be better if I added a couple more walls or a few fewer doorways. Like if this was just a wall instead and we had a galley kitchen and dining, then this area would make a lot more sense for living because you didn't have to have traffic walking through here constantly. But no, I wanted it to be open concept, modern, fresh, new. The house was designed like a store. It would work better as a store, that's for sure. But wait, there's more. Why? Why did I do this? So you come upstairs. The landing honestly isn't that bad. And then on this side we have 2 pretty small bedrooms that share a bathroom. That's fine, but you could have had 1 small bedroom, 1 large bedroom, and then a bathroom here at the end. Yes, the bathroom would have had a huge window, but it has a huge window here anyway, so it's not like I cared about that. The windows don't even fit on the walls. Is this a medium wall height window? I feel like it probably is. Oh no, it is a short one. It just doesn't fit on a short. Sims, go home, you're drunk. Anyway, so having a larger bedroom, a smaller bedroom, and then a bathroom actually here would have made the hallway space make so much more sense. But no. Instead, once again, we have largely unusable space due to just the sheer amount of walkways and traffic and entry and exit points we need. The floor tiles in the front are great. That's like the only good thing. And then there's this with an ensuite, which is fine. Like, it's okay. It's not great. But like, it functions. And then this area, this is the tower bit. So we go up the stairs, and then we have, look at that, a rooftop deck, which was a big thing at the time. At the time I built this, I remember multiple creators doing rooftop decks. I don't know why. It was a fad. I did it too. The pond house in this one. So we had 2 pond houses. We had the first one, which we spent most of stream doing. I've been wanting to rebuild that for literally years, so I'm so glad we did that. And then we did this one, and now we're on this one. Baba Yaga, 2-story Pizza Hut, redone. Wow. So yeah, I feel like this has similar problems to this one, where there are just too many points of entry, just too many walkways needing to happen. You don't have enough dead ends, because really that's what you need, is you need dead ends. You need rooms to be destinations, right? It's one of the reasons that I get frustrated with this room that I'm in, the living room, because the one wall is just open to the dining room, but like not really, because there's technically a hallway there, but there's not, because there's not actually a wall. But like, it limits your ability to put stuff where you need to put it. It's just weird. I think that this could very easily be rebuilt to be fantastic for either, like, I feel like we could do apartments almost here and do a pretty cool apartment building for rent. Imagine this being a community space and then you just have 3 super narrow apartments side by side by side. That could be super fun. Or with Get a Hobby, doing a small business, I think that could be great. Squirrel's here. Hello, Squirrel. Cam! I don't know if Cam's still here. I think they went to bed. But if you're still here, you've received a membership from Squirrel. Thank you so much, Squirrel. And you can now access extended cuts of videos. And early videos and stuff, and it'll be super fun. I don't know when the next early video will be. I've been really busy. Another one, Spirit. Congratulations, Spirit. You also have membership now. Oh, and you can use our little channel emotes, which I will try to click on, but YouTube doesn't like them. No, my whole computer is just being dumb right now. Hang on. I'm doing my best. There you go. But anyway, thank you for being here, and for those gifted memberships, Squirrel and YouTube, would you like to cooperate? Probs not, but it's worth a shot. Just getting off work and you have been gifted. Yay! Well, now you have such a fun way to watch to spend your weekend. Personally, I recommend the extended video from the Nessie build. This the most chaotic build I've ever done. Not the build itself, just the video recording process. Was nuts. Anyway, Squirrel is an actual real-life friend of mine. And my husband. Well, friend of my husband. And then by proxy me, I guess? I don't know. My point is, I know Squirrel in real life. Isn't that so fun? Fellow streamer, I don't have your shadow thing. Hang on, let me see if I can get it to trigger here. Variety streamer over on Twitch. If you think my streams are chill, you can go over there and check that out. I hope it works. Did it work? Did I spell it wrong? I might have spelled it wrong. Well, I tried. Anyway, I did a thing. Squirrel Rex. Ow! Look at RMJ knows things more than I do. Anyway, I tried. And I failed. But we have a house. This is a horrible house. This is an absolutely atrocious house. What time is it? 11:30? This one we might be able to fix with a couple of small wall adjustments. So, if I were to... I'm gonna leave the stairs alone, because the stairs are just already annoying. No. So, like, if I were to put a wall here, I think that we could get rid of this and do... I'm not gonna, like, fully do it. I'm just gonna show examples. We could do a galley-style kitchen over here, which would be fine. I think we'd be able to do a dining table over here. We could do a big one even. Let's see. Yeah, so I think a dining room would still fit over here okay, even with the stairs, it'll be alright. But then if we actually make this like a dead end, especially if we actually put a wall here, which there arguably should be one for supportive reasons, all of a sudden this makes a lot more sense for a living room as well. So we could grab a couch, so we could have like a living space over here, maybe cozy with TV or something, and then over here could be more of an office space, a conversational space, painting, just so many options for over here if we actually make it a dead end. It's great. King of Tea. Oh, right. We have multiple Rexes. Anyway. Yeah, so I feel like that would be super helpful. Absolutely no idea what I thought this room was going to be. No idea. Maybe games and stuff. I don't know. But I do also think that if I get rid of all this stuff and I bring this room over, so we're gonna have this room be here and then put a bathroom here instead, I just feel like that makes this level make a lot more sense. Or even here. Why not? Put a door there. And a door here. And then that would be a bathroom. And then we'd have 3 significantly differently sized. Well, I guess these 2 rooms are almost the same. Anyway, we'd have better room sizes, which I think is a win. And just a better bathroom layout and just overall much better upstairs. So, yeah. With like 2 walls, we've fixed everything. There are so many doors. The upstairs isn't even the worst of it. Just the downstairs, there were too many walkways. Literally nowhere to put furniture. You prefer arches? I thought you preferred like running along branches and stuff. Wait! While you're here. I know that I said I wasn't going to look at this stuff, but Squirrel is here, and so I need to show... Ah, shoot, is it a decoration or is it a toy? No, I don't remember. No, where is it? It's one of the new things. Ah. Oh, here it is. Look, there's an acorn toy box now in the new pack that just released. Look at that and tell me that's not your favorite thing. Look at it. It's so cute. I'm not supposed to be looking at these. It has different faces. I'm not supposed to be looking. I'm not supposed to be looking at that till Monday. I already told you that. I lied. I just wanted to show you that. There's a light too. Man. So many good things to explore later. This is the one I was looking at. I didn't even realize there was a toy chest as well. This lights up. This is amazing. A squirrel animal. I don't think there's a squirrel animal. Maybe there's this, which is like a hot chocolate set, but as far as I know, there's not actually like a squirrel. I'm sorry. Bad. I know. I'm sorry. I've committed a grave sin. I need to go jump in the baptismal. Splash. Spray bottle. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to disappoint. Oh, are you saying the trash can looks like it doesn't want to be there? Oh, yeah, it's definitely on its way out. It's leaving. Squirrels need hugs. I'm sorry. What do you mean actively ignoring you? Can I remind you how fast chat moves sometimes? And so I don't see stuff? Alright? Very, very rarely am I purposefully ignoring people. If you can believe that. It's true. Anyway, so there are 3 of my worst builds. Well, not like worst, but just I gave you some examples on Discord and you guys voted for these. I think these are pretty good. I do not ignore you on purpose. You made the baptism joke twice and you said nothing. I'm sorry. What if we don't have Water Wars? Oh my gosh. We got the super soakers out. Do you know what I just realized? I also just have 1 tree right here. Oh no, 2. I just have 2 trees right here. Why? Probably because it wasn't actually symmetrical. Like, look at this. We've got 2 or 3 tiles over here, and we've got more. I don't even know what's happening. Raven, you've now received a gifted membership from Squirrel. Squirrel, you can go away now. That's enough. Go away. Okay? I showed you the acorns. You can go away now. What if we have a lazy river? I think a lazy river would be very fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, like, super duper terrible that would be easy to yell about. I also didn't want to do all, like, show you all of my oldest stuff, because a lot of the very, very old stuff... Squirrel, go away! Congratulations, Grace, on your gifted membership from Squirrel. Squirrel is such a generous friend, and we're so thankful that he comes in the stream. Blah, blah, blah. Go away now. So anyway, some of the very, very old builds I have on here I actually built, like, with my kid, more or less. Like this one, I had him pick different markers, I think, to use as colors, as a color inspiration and stuff, so that's why I didn't do the super duper old ones. Gosh, I yell at Rose a lot, but I feel like this is worse than all the little starters from there. Squirrel, go away! It's like when you used to fight the squirrels in your yard to stay away from the bird feeder. Congratulations, Ford and Krista and Caramel Queen and Chloe and Casey on your gifted Gable tier memberships from Squirrel, because Squirrel is such a kind and generous person. I mean rodent. Intrigued by Easter House? You know what? I have a little bit of time left. I want to go to bed. I'm hungry and I'm tired. But I will show you Easter House. Alright? The Easter House was one of Baby Beans and I's early collaboration projects. I had a video on it, but it was before I fully committed to internet safety, if that makes sense. I never obviously purposefully caused problems, but I've had to private a lot of videos just because I did things that in hindsight weren't smart, like as far as internet safety and stuff. So you cannot see the video anymore, but I can show you the house. Technically this goes on a 30/20. So what I did for this one was I gave him, I think we had shape blocks, and I was like, my kid's gonna pick 3 shape blocks and I'm gonna have to build based off of it. And he just picked ovals. Oval and circle and plus sign. And it was around Easter time, and we ended up using Easter colors, and I had to make a house using at least 1 oval, at least 1 plus sign, and at least 1 circle. So this is what I came up with for the Easter. Put the guys in the pocket while you walk home. We will keep you company. You can go watch all the membership videos. I forget how many there are. I think there are like 30. So if you haven't had a membership gifted before, if you haven't been a member of the channel before, I believe there are about 30 extended videos for you to watch, plus 1 video that was never fully finished and released. So 1 video that nobody else will ever see. I'm going to show you the inside. I was just showing you the outside first. So these were excellent for stretching the brain muscles, especially since he was like, what, a year, 2 years old? Very much stuck in the throes of staying home all the time. Yeah, so I believe purple and pink, well no, let's see, blue, yellow, and pink, I'm guessing, were my colors. But yeah, honestly, a plus for a house, not all that bad. Made a little entryway, made a little bathroom, obviously potty training was on the mind. Little room for him over here. Oh, a laundry room for myself. Isn't that nice? I probably just got the laundry pack at that point. This room, I don't know if I knew about alt placement yet, honestly, because this stuff's pretty spread out. But yeah, so we've got that. We did this room. You can definitely tell I didn't have a lot of packs based on what I ended up choosing for the different colors. Like, I think this is probably the only time I've actually seriously used this light. But it's fine. This is fun. This is base game, actually, but it's locked behind the artist career. Painter career, my bad. The default swatch is red. Not very fun. But then it also has the sunflower swatch and the Starry Night swatch, which is super cool. Yeah, and then here's my kitchen. So, like, I don't know why I used the exterior corner piece here when I could have just used this and it would have actually, like, worked. I don't know. Also, poor kid doesn't get to sit at the table with us, apparently. But yeah, that was the prompt for Easter House, was me having the kid pick stuff for me to build. So that's how we got here. And then I decided to make it look like an Easter egg, obviously, for reasons. I hadn't discovered terrain paint yet. For some reason I chose this trash bin. I have absolutely no idea why. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy. Free service in the city you live and you're able to get a ride. Oh, nice. Have ride circuit. I have never heard of that. Isn't it cute? It's fantastic. So, yeah. So that's why I didn't bring up some of the old stuff, because I don't want to change it, because it was an amazing challenge. I feel like now that he's actually playing the game, eventually I'll be able to convince him to build me a shell as a challenge, but not now. That's right. How do we have 11? Did you guys just all go download this immediately? Scroll never leaves. Why are you still here? Go away. Yeah. Cool. Gosh, I've got so many builds on here. I feel like we've improved. We've definitely done a lot of very interesting shapes. Very, very interesting shapes. There's was this the start of COVID? Oh no, this was after COVID. This is 2023. When I did the capybara and the ferret and the turtle and the rattlesnake and everything. There's so many of these videos that I'd like to go back to. Oh, and don't forget my duck. The duck shell. I wish that I had all of the energy in the world so that I could go back and rebuild these and record more videos and tutorials. I just can't. I've been too ill, and it makes me very sad. Oh well. Oh yeah, and then there's also this one, which is only get together and laundry day, and it's so superior to the stupid Gothic Swamp house. Look at that. Look at that. Sleep well. Drink water today? I did. I had water. I had Gatorade, I had electrolyte stuff, I had water, and Dr. Pepper. So there you go. So anyway, you too can build like me, or you cannot. Some of these I would just pass on, frankly. I would just recommend passing. How much longer am I streaming? Well, I've done what I came here to do, so I'm probably just gonna, like, leave and go to bed and stuff. I was just...
You too can look like me.
taking... Why does this have 33? I don't understand. I don't understand some of these things. But anyway, yeah. I was just taking a scroll...
For this one.
Scroll through memory lane. Oh my goodness. So many houses. Oh well. Maybe someday. But for now I should probably go to bed. What are my closing announcements? Scroll, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my brain is shutting off. Sorry. I would do more. It's just been one of those days that's very emotionally draining, unfortunately, so I think it's just going to be in everyone's best interest for me to go get a sandwich and then go to bed. I'll let you look at the pretty house, though. There's sound alerts. There are sound alerts, but apparently they're a little bit too quiet, which is good. That means I'm projecting more and I'm louder. So I have to go bring the sound alerts up. This is the last Friday stream of July. I almost said June, but it's July. Jeez. This is the last Friday stream of July. I'll be back with Friday streams again in August. I'm just busy. And it'll be fun. It's not going to be Sims. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a different game that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. So I hope you come back for Fridays in August. The rest of the Mondays in July will be our Rags to Riches series, so we'll be building with the new pack on Monday. So that's very fun. A different game. You guys are going to love it, though. Like, genuinely, from what I know about you guys, and the sort of games you like to play, and the art style you tend to go toward, I really think you're going to love this one. Anyway, so I'm very excited to bring that in August. We'll be building with the new pack on Monday. I don't know if we'll do gameplay on Monday. If we do, it won't be very much, mostly because I'm scared of everything breaking, and I know the Sims team is working on another patch. At least I'm pretty sure they are. Unless they've released that one already. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But yeah, Camp is gonna go find fairies to live with and or marry, and we're gonna build a little, like, barn campsite thing for him to live in. I think it'll be super fun. No, it's a new game. It's a new game that I have not played with you guys before. So, it'll be super duper fun. I need to leave you the dance cat. and I'm going to, for once in my life, actually take care of myself and just go eat a sandwich and go to bed. So thank you for hanging out with me today. Maybe we'll yell at stuff again later. I don't know. I hope that you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Bye!